Aye, aye. Yep.
All right,
Correctamundo.
let's get started then, patrons. But first, I would like each and every one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits, the tale, the looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. For this be the infamous tale of the Ascent and the legendary tale of those soul-bound. Previously, our heroes were found in the cold forests of the Azure Taiga. It'd be here they'd all awaken from crystal prisons, similar to how their frozen journey began. They'd meet the likes of an older, strange human figure, a strong and charismatic one, and Amos, Wolfgang. You'd meet the likes of the Descent and make some quick friends and possible quick enemies after initial conversations. And after patronizing the likes of Spike for her Oculi infernal heritage, she'd storm off, rightfully so, before Amos would feel utter guilt and remorse. Regardless, as Ingot would bed down and connect to the earth below, our Myconid samurai, or sword master, will you? He'd hit a growth spurt, leaving his 2 feet tall form in the past, and assuming an 8 foot tall behemoth Myconid stature. The person who'd awaken to this, however, would be Myra, our reborn warlock after witnessing another dream of a woman being potentially herself. Chained and shackled high above the mountaintops, she'd witnessed the Stormfather, Karanos, the god of the storms, striking her with a bolt of inspiration. And upon doing so, she'd gained the boon of a scythe, explaining that she had made a pact with some entity for strength and to never feel fear again. She'd gained that power, and as soon as she'd gain the likes of this power, as soon as she'd connect the heavenly paths and find the remaining weapon of Dendar. And while this weapon, it was revealed that Spike had made a pact with Dendar. She'd awake in this trash-filled sewers within, as she'd be met with the returning patron, the Sewer King. That said, survivors, listen now. What nature of this pact Spike has made, we'll have to figure out more. But you all have time ticking, and session 12 of the Ascent. That being said, everyone, gather forth. Let's continue with today's journey. And we're picking right back up in the thick of things. You thought we were going into seeing the camp? Nah, we have things to sort of take care of as we pick up where we left off with Spike. Oh boy, here we go. All right, hopefully that's gonna be loading. There we go. Oh, one moment, please. We're gonna mute that. Boop, and we're gonna play this once more. Give me 1 second. I'm messing with the audio for a second. We're gonna stop that, and then we're gonna play their theme song because we already know what their theme is. Repeat. So, Spike, as we return exactly back to where we left off, you begin to look over as you see this strange figure that seems to be almost in a toy of what they mentioned before, but they seem to have this strange sort of almost aura about them, several dozen eyes embedded into their tendrils, while also wearing and adorning the bits of clothing and just ragged and torn wares of themselves, and possibly even the things they found in the sewer. In their mouth as they speak, bits of spittle and sewage and garbage begins to fall out, while also carrying the likes of strange structures, not entities, but more clothing, but possibly weapons, more garbage and potions, and what other sort of strange extremities and more. But regardless, as this happens, they begin to look over towards you, tendrils sort of writhing and more, and they begin to say this.
As said, I'm a Notoyag, as you have mentioned before. I'm the collector of crap and the taskmaster of trash, the god dealer, pact stealer. I'm the player and also the game itself. And I be the Sewer King. And you, Railer of the Bone Feather Tribe, have made a pact with Dindar.
That being said, as his voice sort of echoes amongst you, Spike, or Rayla, what do you say and what do you do in this moment in time?
Well, that would explain some stuff. Pleasure to meet you, Sewer King.
You'll see as you do the
Fortunately-
bow, it'll kind of return it with a tip of its hat.
Gotta tell you, I don't remember much of anything, so you'll have to fill me in on the details of this deal. But I think I remember you. I think I heard you through my hammer.
As you begin to say this,
It seems to be that sort of this little reunion of ours is getting going a lot more swell than I initially anticipated. It seems to be that you accepted this way, so let me explain a little bit more. I did in fact try to contact you and more through the likes of that weapon of yours, that weapon of Dindar's even. However, you never really returned my calls. You left the old Sewer King a little sad, not gonna lie.
Sorry. I feel there's a lot of people waiting for an answer from me or waiting for me, so sorry about that.
No need to apologize, no need at all. However, instead of talking with words, it's time to start acting with your actions. Your deal, your pact. Let's go through the details. So, long ago, there was a woman named Rayla, accumulating herself from horror, associating herself with the Bone Feather Tribe of the Velkin. Individuals, human tribes across all of the Asia Taiga. You, Rayla, would try to stand your ground as you were launching assaults, an attack amongst the Velkin, amongst with your tribe, towards the likes of the corruption itself. Don't say that word. I'm sure you know well what happens when you do. But regardless, as you all tried to stand your ground, hold out for as long as you could. Individuals left and right were fallen, being forgotten to history and time. You, refusing to go down without a fight, you got taken by said corruption. And then... all the terribleness consumed you. All the bits of hatred and anger was exploited and more. And you took that wrath out that the corruption tried to exploit onto the likes of your sister. That wrath so powerful not even I remember her name. Regardless, if I remember right, my sort of memory decides to take me a little bit more. I believe that said trauma of yours was so bad, you were so desperate to bring her back. That's... one day you might, but you decided to make a pact with anything that would listen. You saw a puddle, you saw an eye that resided in it. And there he was, Dindar himself. Now, I'm not saying that you might never be able to bring back your sister, but there's no way in hell you're doing it with the corruption taking over this entire plane of Voden. It's not happening. That said, as you learn a little bit of the truth, a small section of this chapter, what do you say in response?
Well, it's nice to have confirmation, a little bit of the pieces I was missing. I mean, I knew that the bad stuff needs to be stopped at any cost, so yeah, I can imagine that I was desperate. I need to fix it.
You do. You do. Continue.
Yeah. Gotta fix it. I gotta make it better. I mean, who else is gonna do that? You seem like a nice fellow, I guess.
You see
I guess I
as
could have been worse.
you see as you say that, make a perception check with sight, Spike. Natural 21 for a total of 21 and a 17. Good shit. So you see as the creature begins to start writhing about, sort of sifting more through the sewer water, the bits of the stench beginning to become even more putrid and more apparent to you. But as you say that they're a nice individual, they begin to stop for a moment, and you swear with a natural 20, if you wouldn't have got that, you swear and see where their cheeks would kind of be. It goes a little red for a bit as he's blushing for a moment. And he just says, just laughing a little bit.
It says, you see, the sewer king doesn't get a nice compliment like that. I'm surprised you're not repulsed by my sort of stature. Not too many people can appreciate this charm. Only the likes of a hobgoblin not too far, a little bit of a business associate, can appreciate good. How you say fashion.
I mean, I'm not one to judge. A lot of people judge me as soon as they see me, so.
You as well.
There's this new guy that just came into the group. Seriously, he's such an asshole. Like, just out of the. Anyways, I'm getting carried away. But, hey, if I made a deal, I'm gonna hold up to it, so. What do you need from me?
Well, straight to the point. Let's not waste any more time, girl. So, time's already been ticking. As soon as you all, and you and your companions even, begin to rest up, you're gonna want to get the necessary things for survival and start booking it to that ship, I'm not gonna lie. If you try to stand and fight this threat hunting you down, that would be the corruption itself. I fear the same things will happen again. And I can't promise your friends will suffer a better fate, sadly. I know you don't want to stop, or you don't want to run anymore. I know you want to stand your ground. But, hear me out. There will be a time and a place for a final stand. And your duty, your goal, your journey of your spirit does not die here. No, 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 no.
Yeah, but I've been running so much already. And I've abandoned people. Like, when am I gonna be able to fight this thing?
You'll know when you're ready. But, at the same time, I have a question for you, Rayla. Do you care for their safety? Do you care for your survival?
I mean, we're all gonna die eventually. I mean, as long as I can make a difference, that's all that really matters.
And you see as you begin to say that, you see as one of the tendrils begin to slowly writhe around and then look you dead into the, kind of like pointing towards you before immediately flaring up, and the eyes begin to shine once more with purple light, similar to your eyes as well. And you'll see as he begins to continue saying,
And that's the reason why that you gotta continue to live. If you die now, then you won't be able to protect the others in the future. You're a very valuable and strong warrior. You'll be needed for the fight in the future. You can't go die now while you're weak. You gotta get strong, and then you can stand.
I guess you probably know better. I'm pretty strong, though.
You are pretty strong, probably one of the strongest individuals I've met, but that's not the point here. Regardless. Alright, stop looking at me like that. Alright, fine. Okay, fine. Here. You complain about, you this and that, whatever. Alright. Now listen up. We can make a little bit more of a deal, but it's gonna cost you a little bit. Are you ready? Are you willing to roll the dice? Just a little bit.
Fuck it.
A gambler like I thought.
You'll see as the Sewer King will begin to slowly. Oh god, I fucking hate this character, but love him so much. You'll see as he begins to open this gigantic maw of his, and you see as it begins to look, or as you look inside, there's bits of heaps of trash, metal, swords, and more, before he begins to reach in with one of the tendrils and begins to start pretty much just searching and tearing through it, and then he pulls out a set of 2 dice, 2 astral dice. It begins to slowly just sort of extend the tendril for you to take them. D6s in that sense.
I'll take them.
Alright. Oh, wait, voice.
Let's make a little deal. Simple as this. You call out a number, I'll call out mine. You roll that dice, whoever's closer to the number, they'll win. You win yours, I'll give you a little bit more power. I win mine, well, more and more of that curse of yours is gonna start manifesting. Now granted, I don't really have anything to do with that sort of curse, but I can at least exploit it a little bit more. What do you say? You wanna make a deal?
Gonna make me stronger?
You'll see as he nods.
Alright. Let's do it.
Alright, Spiker, what's the number that you call?
3.
3? Ah, damn it. You'll see as he looks over and says,
Personally, I was gonna be a fan of 5, but that might be a little too close. Let's go with a good old number 8.
that said, Spike, roll 2d6 for me.
I'm always tempted to ask, can I roll my own dice? Because they're colored, like, astrally. But I'm scared of my dice a little bit with the last time that I rolled my own dice.
Ah, yeah, that is fair. Yeah, that is very fair.
But here we go. So...
Also, real quick, before you do anything, I want to make sure that there was a clarification with that. You are rolling 2d6, so if you didn't know that you're going to roll 2d6 and you want to change your number, you can do that. So that's just for like clarification's sake, you know.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be the total of.
Total of them, yeah. So if you didn't want to like change your thing, then yeah.
Right.
May I offer like what I think you should pick?
You're not here.
I'm not here.
You're not here. Let me pick my own fucking numbers so that I can fuck myself up.
I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Alright, in that case, it's gonna be up to 12. Let's say 6, because 2 times 3.
Alright, 6. Roll 2d6 and let's hope for the best.
Let's go, baby.
Oh no! You see as you roll the astral dice and they begin to sort of seep and sort of sit there, falling amongst the sort of in the dirt-filled ground. You see as the Sewer King's mouth begins to slowly expand with a crooked smile, and he begins to bellow and laugh.
I miss this type of stuff. But you know, a deal's a deal, and gambling has its, how you say, its dangers.
As it happens, Spike, make the highest saving throw you've got as your eyes begin to shine with a purple and astral light. Oh boy.
Good morning, motherfuckers. Alright. Highest saving throw would be...
Also hard to follow, yes, because he has so much fucking shit in his mouth. Oh man.
Alright. So strength saving throw. Let's go!
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 23. As this begins to happen, Spike, you look to the reflection of the sort of trashy sewer water. You're at least able to see, like, your eyes shining this purple light that begins to actually change and shift to a greenish and then a blue and then resort into a purple. The area around you begins, like the area around your eyes actually begins to slowly freeze over with these crystals for a brief moment. And you struggle and strain there for a brief moment. Spike, pick a memory, and that is all I will say.
Jesus, I don't have a lot left. Does it have to be like one of the three things that well, now the two
If you
things
want it
that I
to be, it doesn't
remembered,
have to be though.
Or
It can
just
be anything that you remember, your character remembers.
Fudge.
The meeting with Amos.
You know, I almost thought of saying that, but I love the I love the conflict too much. He's not getting a blank slate.
Amos is in pain.
He's gonna cry every night.
Good. Until he changes his views.
Fucking no.
I don't know, man. Pick one. I don't know.
You don't want me to pick one. You really don't want me to pick one.
Oh, fine.
Tears in my mouth constantly. I hate it so much. How do y'all fucking
I'll,
deal with this, bro?
Ponytail.
I can't do a ponytail or it ruins the bit.
Bald spot.
Don't look at my bald spot. I'm sensitive about that.
Sorry.
Hey, just do a comb over, man. It's fine.
Ah, yes. Oh wait, that didn't work. I look like Caduceus Clay. I'll just shave half this fucking side of my head. Shh, flame. Shh.
I'll forget the zombies. The zombie fight.
No! That said, alright, well, who said you were forgetting anything about him? I just said to pick a memory.
Okay.
Alright. As you begin to think about the likes of the zombies, you watch as the visions of them in the arena begin to slowly fade over with this sort of astral light before becomes clear for a brief moment, and instead you get foresight into something. You look past and you see as boy, do we want to do that? Yeah. We'll do that one. You find yourself, or maybe not yourself, but looking into the likes of a sewer from who knows where. There seems to be a sort of horde of just regular zombies, but you also see as these two ridiculously dressed ones, the likes of Tony Takedown and Stand the Man Suplex, lead the charge. As they begin to sprint through the likes of these sewers, they begin to almost laser focus on the individuals fighting back the horde. You see the likes of a Dalkin, sort of almost made out of this, or that seems to have this strange sort of mechanical armor of the sorts. The likes of this sort of tabaxi individual with monk-like vestiges, and more readying themselves with these two serpents amongst their sort of wrists. Even the likes of another hobgoblin individual wielding that of a dagger, sort of throwing it and then calling it back forth once to them. The likes of even another individual in a sort of angelic woman wielding the likes of the wrath of almost Heliod himself, the god of the sun. Before you see a more peculiar individual, a triton of the sorts. A watery creature, but towards their hand, make a perception check as you see something sort of shifting amongst it. 18 and 10. With an 18, you see as their hand is slowly shifting and changing. It's kind of like almost flashes in a vision of something sort of glitching out and not really trying to make sense, but something trying to force itself into this reality. But you see amongst their arm, from where it turns from a normal hand to the likes of a strange, almost claw-like, almost thing. Their nails elongated and more. The hand of itself made out of just like scales like a serpent, and in the palm of it, you see an eye similar to yours and the Sewer King's. And it just sort of keeps flickering in and out. But that said, the vision eventually fades. You'll see as the Sewer King begins to smile.
I said I would exploit that thing. Didn't mean that would necessarily be a bad one, though.
So, wait. So I'm gonna point to the eye in my hand. That's you. So are you?
Me, not so much. Dindar, if you will.
And are they related to whatever put the other one? As I point to the purple square.
That, as much as you're gonna hate it, I don't really know much about. This is a strange new realm for me. In fact, you're the first person I've actually met amongst this place.
Oh. Well, don't know much yet about it either. Just kind of woke up there.
Well, regardless, it seems to be that our time is slowly coming up. Well, before you go, and you go handle your stuff, as I mentioned before. Gather your things, gather what necessary tools of survival you need, and get the fuck out of here and start heading to that ship. We can't have you dying, or any of the others. You're too important for that. But before you go,
you'll see as he opens up his mouth, and you'll see as he begins to look over, kind of speaking with his mouth open, saying,
"You looking to buy anything?"
I don't really have any money on me.
Oh shit. No. What's that little coin you got over there in your pocket? You got two of them. The one with the little random sort of thing on them. Little circular guy.
do you pull out the 2 soul coins?
Yeah, I guess I would, because Spike doesn't know the significance of those soul coins, correct?
No, she doesn't.
Alright.
Oh,
I will
man.
pull out the soul coin.
Oh, man.
You don't have any money, but I think that might do fine. I'll tell you what, you pass both of those things over, I'll give you like 8 golds worth of credit.
I mean, I haven't seen any shops around out there, so I guess I don't really have any use for it.
What's Spike's intelligence again?
At least bargain for more money, man.
8 gold.
She's not very wise. She's not
This is
very
like
wise.
a fucking episode of SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for like 13 cents. Like,
62 cents.
you got played.
Ron,
Are-
I think
are-
we
are
need to
you-
get Steven in here to train Spike.
We need to come.
But like out of game, are you guys cool with me doing this?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
funny
like-
thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a fight with them.
That said, as you just hand the money over, or hand the soul coins over, you'll see as
Yep.
the Sewer King begins to just start tisking and just go.
Tisk. You could have at least haggled a little bit for me, Spike. Come on. But don't worry. You'll learn the ropes eventually. Oh god, you have a lot to learn. Maybe that bit of your memory will come back soon. Regardless, here, take a look at my shop. Look a little inside.
And oh boy, I'm just gonna drop this in in-game content chat. And you can look at and buy whatever you want with 8 gold. Boy, it's a lot of good stuff too.
This hurts.
What are you
This
buying?
fucking hurts.
Oh wait, hold on. That's not all of it. It's a lot more than that. Give me a second. And it's this. Go nuts, my friend. Go nuts.
Ooh, shovel.
Okay, in-game content.
That's in Ascent session
Mine?
chat. I just put it in there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, also chat, if you want to see what it is, then here you go.
See if you can haggle him for the rows of useful items, you know.
I don't know.
Nah,
what
yes,
haggling is.
920 gold. I think you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Just give me your firstborn child. You're not gonna have kids.
Roll me 100 persuasion rolls and just get nat 20 on all of them, please.
I see, of course.
You could haggle for a potion of superior healing. You can drop it down a little. You guys are partners. You're friends. You
Yeah,
complimented him.
you want me to survive, right? Right?
You complimented him earlier, so he likes you.
Yeah.
That's
I shouldn't be saying this. I hate this guy. I hate him.
this roll of feigned death, my man. I think you could bump that down to 8 gold, you know.
Scroll of pratfall.
I see DM Mart is open. Oh no.
Yeah, I guess could try for some potions. Hat of Disguise. Sounds fun.
That's 200 gold, my friend.
I know.
He's the gambling man, and gamble for it.
Well, I guess.
Got 2 minutes to decide.
Is this music in game, by the way? Like, do we hear this? Or Spike, at least.
Yes, she does actually.
Ingot has a good question. I get
Yeah.
a scroll of catapult. Can I use Ingot
Spike
as
or
a
Amos
projectile?
could just.
Nah,
chuck
they have to be
Amos
5 pounds
50 pounds.
or less to be thrown by catapult.
Oh.
I know this because I've tried.
Oh yeah, I
Well, I'm
think it's
saying we
only
just-
like halflings or something like a.
You
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
go through the whole thing. You gotta reduce them like 8 times over. Yeah, it's.
I guess I'd get like all the little useful things, like the rope, the.
A rope would be really useful, actually.
Yeah.
I do have one still, don't I?
We can't
could
have
just
too
get-
many.
I'm sorry.
Keep in mind,
How
you guys
many,
actually have to be able to carry this stuff because you guys don't have bags that accept ingot.
Oh,
How
I'll make belts out of it.
we could
Yeah,
get
just-
800 dice sets if we really wanted to. It's one copper piece.
Did I just like
doesn't mean he has more than one.
It's shiny.
I'll tell you. All right, it is 240. Which one? You got to make a decision now, Spike. Pick one.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with the rope, as well as
Oh.
Go ahead.
You could
Oh,
get the potion of greater
You
healing.
gotta go. You gotta go.
And the rope, and then keep the credit for later. Save it up for when we really need a health potion, and he's like there.
I mean,
And we'll have money later.
Okay. I'll
Can't big brain it. Can't do the Spike 5-head emote. You gotta go. You gotta pick something. Pick whatever sounds cool.
I'm trying.
Pick whatever sounds cool.
I'll get the potion of greater healing.
Greater healing. Alrighty.
A regular one as well.
You
And even
got
though
it.
there's there's a few silvers for the rope, but you want me to survive, right? I mean, we're not gonna.
Make a persuasion check, Spike, as he looks you dead ass in the face. Just like.
I gave you a compliment. Persuasion.
5. You see as he looks over at you, and it's just like.
You have a long way to go.
And he just sort of asks for the gold, or asks for the gold, or asks for the coins over to give you the potions. You probably wouldn't be able to get the rope. Is that cool? As said, you pass it over and he reaches into the likes of his maw, pulls out 2 sort of slime-filled potions of greater healing and normal, and he tosses it over to you. And as he does, you'll see as he looks over and begins to start slowly writhing in the likes of the water and the sewage down under, he tips his hat and he begins to slowly submerge himself while you do the same in unison. And with that, Spike, you've learned the likes of your pact, but at what cost? We'll figure it out soon. That said, while that's all happening, in the wherever the hell, Spike's gone at the moment. Zephyr, we return to the likes of you, as eventually all of you begin to awaken. Well, I guess even the likes of Myra, Ingot, and probably Amos. Yeah, I guess we pretty much return to everybody, because at this point, you all awaken, as it seems to be that you've gotten a night's rest. You guys all gain the benefits of a long rest. There you go. Everybody can hit that button.
Yay.
Boom, boom, boom. Granted, you guys still look out, and it does seem to be, for whatever strange reason, that upwards towards the sky, you look out and you see the Aurora Borealis sort of pulsing once more. And as it begins to do so, those, at least the ones probably immediately out, so Amethyst, Myra, and Ingot, you would see as there are several, or almost dozens and dozens of these starry-filled individuals sort of flying out amongst the night sky. And they seem to be just soaring and sort of almost diving headfirst to the likes of all of you. However, as they begin to sort of lead the charge and getting extremely uncomfortably close to your position, you all see as a giant sort of sphere begins to wash over you, made of shadows themselves, writhing over your position, preventing them from emerging even closer. You look around and you see as, for whatever reason, this strange sort of sphere of shadow is preventing them from getting towards you, but also preventing them from witnessing your location. They look around haphazardly, trying to figure out and understand what is going on, where you went before Eventually, they grow tired, begin to surge and soar elsewhere, looking for your whereabouts and your remains. Now keep in mind, the sphere itself is a massive one at that. Miles and miles of sort of radius, or excuse me, diameter. So you can feel free to walk around as you wish and explore for a decent bit. And you unsure whether the sphere will follow you, but it seems to be protecting you for now. So, regardless, as you all awaken, what do you say? And what do you do?
Amos is awake at this point, correct?
Yeah.
He's going to walk over to Myra. Myra's just sitting down at the campfire.
Yeah,
correct?
I just talked with her.
That was comedic timing. Limit was not talking to you, Pete.
Oh. Limbit, can you hear me?
Oh.
He'll
Myra's-
sit next to Amos, or sorry, next to Zephyr, and is Limbit good?
I'll.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
By the
said
way,
they'd
thank
have to
you
do
for the. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's gonna sit next to Zephyr. And what does Zephyr? How is he doing right now? What does he look like?
He looks hungry. He just looks hungry, my dude.
The well-fed Amos is gonna sit down, just kind of jollily, having a good time. That head next to you. What foe is he?
You look down at the four of them.
No, he's pointing. He's referring to Mimir.
Oh, okay. So the fifth one. Foe?
You know, you could just speak to me, right?
You met him
You
yesterday.
talk. I just thought it was a magic trick someone is playing on me.
I am magical and quite divine.
Divine. Really? What's your name? What are you even?
He will look towards the rest of the group, and he's kind of given the vibe of like, hey, I don't think we should kind of tell this individual, should we? And looking towards you guys for confirmation.
Amethyst is just gonna shrug.
He's just going to grab his weapons. No, as soon as Spike's awake, let's go hunting. Okay, we can talk after that. I got a fucking splitting headache right now. Is there anything to eat? He's just going to look around for like anything edible.
Well, there's wood, rock, cloth. It's not, great for you nutritionally, but the fiber is fantastic.
I remember, did they eat wood? Did they eat
Do
stuff
bears
like-
eat wood?
Pandas eat bamboo.
I think that's what you're
That's
referring
true.
to.
Yeah, but that's a grass, not a wood.
Yep,
Sensei,
complete difference. Yes, Limbit.
I would like, while everyone is chatting, to cast Flock of Familiars.
What would those familiars be, Myra?
Hold on, I can barely hear you as your music is ripping my eardrums to pieces.
You gotta
Bro,
turn
I
it down.
feel that.
You gotta turn it down on your end, my friend.
My dude, it's all the way at the bottom.
Is it? It is low as shit right now. And I even lowered it even further for everybody.
I have tried muting the music. It does not mute.
This doesn't do anything?
That's weird.
Well, now that the GM is slowed down. Yes, I cast Flock of Familiars.
Does this do
I
anything?
have no idea what I can. Celestial Fair Fiends.
Limbit, does it? I'm trying to help you out here, buddy. Does this
Oh.
do anything?
No, there's nothing happening. I think it's just broken on my end.
You're gonna want to refresh then eventually, because it should actually change stuff.
I'm going to refresh in a moment. I'm going to turn you up for now, though.
Okie dokie.
Okay, does that include birds and shit, or like
Yeah.
celestials, fae, and things?
Yeah.
Can I summon... What were you about to say, sorry?
No, you go ahead. I thought you already summoned them.
I'm going to basically caw like a crow and summon 3 crows to myself.
Oh yeah. Somebody in chat said to basically just adjust the volume mixer, and so did Seth, in like Google Chrome or just Windows even.
I don't know how to do that.
You just right-click your volume in the bottom right if you're using Windows.
Yeah.
And then you go to volume mixer.
Yeah, you
Any
just
of the
turn down.
individual things.
Dear God, it's higher than Discord by like 20%.
Yeah, you just turn down Google Chrome.
I would like to summon 3 crows, not edible crows. Oh my God, man.
I was gonna ask.
I cannot summon edible food. I'm sorry.
Ah, man. What is the druid with Goodberry?
It says celestial fae or fiends. Can I just summon shadow crows?
Yeah, that's an actual thing you can summon if a familiar is a crow.
Fuck it, dude. I'm asking here. I've never been a warlock. I've never been anything that has the ability to summon.
You may want to probably Google what familiars you could actually have before you try to summon them. I mean, there is a couple of things that you can do. I mean, you could summon like a snake, an owl.
Oh yeah, no, right here. You summon 3 familiars. Spirits take the form of an animal. Take animal forms of your choice. Each familiar uses the same rules and option for a familiar conjured by the Find Familiar spell. Must be the same type of creature. Celestial, fae, or fiends. If you already have blah 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 blah. They take animal forms of my choice. So that's what it says.
Okay, so here
But they're spirits.
I'll try to do the best I can, and this is a raven, but there's not really a crow in D&D Beyond, so this is the closest thing that I can do.
It's like the next best thing.
Yeah, and I'll just we're gonna rename that for a second. We're gonna call that a crow. Boom. The bird lovers are just like in flames. They're burning down my doorstep. So as this begins to happen, as they're conversing, Myra, you begin to slowly conjure the spell as you awaken, and you see as 3 crows begin to slowly start forming amongst you. As they begin to flap their wings, one of them begins to sort of land upon your shoulder, another one landing by your side, and a third one amongst your antler. As a flock of familiars form.
You'd see Zephyr slowly reach for his weapon as he licks his lips.
I was gonna shoot him a look. And then she's going to send them out. I can from what the spell says, I'm using them as scouts. They can telepathically communicate with me and share their visuals or auditory senses while they are within 1 mile of me.
That's if, let me see if it's like the other Find Familiar spell. Let me make sure.
It does say...
I'm mainly seeing if you gotta like, if you gotta be like, not unconscious, but trade your consciousness kind of for them to like see through what they're doing. Oh, they just share their visual auditory senses while they're within 1 mile. Visual or auditory senses while they're within 1 mile of you.
No, oh yeah, visual or auditory. Yeah, you're right.
Is it like, do you have to look
No,
into
just do
them? They just do it?
Apparently, that's what my spell says. Familiar summoned by the
Yeah,
spell
I'm reading it.
telepathically communicate with you and share the visuals.
I guess so?
And apparently, when you cast a spell with the range of touch, one of the familiars conjured by the spell can deliver the spell as normal. That's
I mean, I guess so. Alright, so yeah,
I mean, if you find a rule that says otherwise, I won't do it.
No, it's fine, I'm just looking something up. So yeah, and I mean, I don't really understand how you're going to share visual representation while you're looking through your own eyes. I don't know if it's like you close your eyes and like, oh, you can see what they see, or like,
Well,
is it like your vision gets split in half or 4 different ways? I'm trying to figure out that sort of thing.
Maybe it's like a Windows browser. I just have like a top left border.
I'll tell you what, let's do it this way until I see otherwise. We're gonna take, because it's based off of the Find Familiar spell, so here's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll say like, you know how Find Familiar works, where you have to like leave your consciousness for a moment, and you kind of just have to be not really able to like see or use your senses of Myra, and then you trade them kind of for the, you know, whichever your familiar is. Yeah, we're just gonna basically say that, except for you're just gonna do it 3 ways instead.
It does say it works like the Find Familiar spell.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
But I don't have to. They just can communicate to me. Like what they see. I don't actually have to look through their eyes.
I mean, I'll look it up later. It's not that big a deal. Right now, I don't really care too much about it. So, whatever. It's fine. Alright, that said, what are the rest of you guys doing at this moment in time? You look over and you see a Spike is not there, though.
Hey. Where's Spike?
Where's the oculi? What?
Her name's Spike.
Sploink?
Spike.
Spank?
Spike, like those things on her hammer. Yes, yes.
Those look like spikes, not spines. Though
Yeah,
spine
spike.
would be an appropriate name.
Until we
keep going
fucking
like
find her, we're going towards the fucking boat. We're gonna go hunting, get some fucking edible food. Someone
I'm
get
down
me
for
fucking
that.
Food,
Yeah.
please. Amethyst, Maya, can you find food? Amethyst, you too.
I mean, I
I'm
can
gonna
give
go
it a
into
shot.
her. I'm going to go into the tent and see what's going on in there, while they do the thing.
You look over and tent seems pretty much the way you used to found it when you came in here, except for there's no Spike and there's no Zephyr.
No, nothing.
No water.
Wet, nothing.
Nope.
Not even the smell of brimstone.
Nope.
Smell of garbage in the way.
You
Found
wish.
the trash, man. Go out.
Compost.
There's no
That
trace.
here's animal nose smell anything.
Are there sorry.
Over.
Oh, I was just gonna say, are there Ninja Turtles there?
Agni is nowhere to be seen, but no, there are no Ninja Turtles in the campsite.
Damn,
Wait,
could've gave-
Sensei.
But actually, be careful.
Sensei.
Make a perception check anyways, and you can make it through your familiars.
I make
is
it
it
through
better
my
if I
nose?
do it through my familiar?
Yeah, if you want, make a perception check with your use of smell, because you are a bearkin.
Yay.
Do I have
since-
advantage? Because they can tell me if they see anything? Or is it...
Yeah, I'm saying make a perception check with your familiars. This is just this isn't gonna be 3 separate rolls. Just use just a general one.
Real quick, remember that goal that we did? Did we get a material or stock of our choice?
You have not yet, because it just got reached Secrets on the Sand. So yes, you would be getting yours as well. So if you wanted it to be food, technically you could. But you also did see the wolves or whatever not too far from here. So I mean that's up to you if you want to use food.
Oh, I have a plan for them.
But Myra and Zephyr, as you guys begin to start searching out and trying to figure out where the heck Spike is, Myra, your familiars begin to slowly soar up into the sky and begin to look around, sort of UAV style. As they begin to do so, it's not too hard to find. As Zephyr, eventually you get a trail as you smell Spike not too far from here. Considering the fact that you've been with her as a companion, it's not too hard to be able to distinguish the smell. It's kind of like each and every one of your friends. And you eventually...
Haven't been showering.
I mean, that is also true. That is also true. So, eventually you find, or it starts leading you off to the side over to this area. And eventually, as you approach, Myra, you able to, if you wanted to, look into the sort of crow's eyes. You see her sort of submerged into the sort of water, sort of not necessarily prone, but just kind of on her back, just seeming to be almost unconscious down here. You completely unsure of how she got here in the first place, though.
Can I follow Zephyr?
Are they just normal spike
Yeah, if you want.
things? I mean, I don't know her. I could be normal.
Sure. We met like what 2-3 days ago in real time.
We're gonna
Yeah.
tell one of the crows to land nearby and start cawing for the bear. The other two are gonna be looking around for far out, as far as they can go without losing telepathic range for me.
Alrighty. And is there anything you're specifically looking for, or
Prey or predators?
prey or
Something that
predators?
can harm us or something we can eat.
Gotcha. I'll say make a perception or investigation check with the using the crow stat block, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
The crow stat block.
Just pull it up and then.
For some reason, Sensei, I can't see. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
actually, I got an even better idea. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you the permissions for the crow, or the raven, and then you can just make it yourself using their stat block, because you'll have access to all of it. One moment. Where the heck is your name on it? Here it is. Owner. Boom.
Or Myra.
So, if you look over, we'll go over this, and this is also a little tutorial for each and every one of you guys. If there ever is a time where your token isn't on the map and you want to look at your character sheet, all you got to do is look in the top right. Look over to where it has like the icon of people, search actors, and just type in your character's name. For example, like Myra, and you'll find it there for you to be able to use your character sheet and more. The reason why I mentioned this is Limbit, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type in Raven, and you'll find the Raven stat block. Or you'll find the
Yeah, I
Raven
found
actor.
it.
Yeah.
Now, what was I rolling for?
Perception or investigation check for me.
Dude, I'm definitely going perception with them. God damn them. Is that a 9 or a 6?
That is a 14. All right. That said, that is what the roll. You're not. I'm gonna. It's not gonna like give you exactly what's happening now, because this is over the course of pretty much an hour or however long you want them to be out there. But I'll let you know if they end up finding something.
Oh, okay. So they're just now passive.
Yeah, it's a passive thing. It's like imagine it kind of like the alarm spell. Like if they see anything that you're kind of looking or you told them to look for, then they'll let you know. Simple as that. So eventually, oh wait, did I? Wait, what the? Oh no, you're just on top of the token. What the fuck?
I did realize. I don't know if like I could have understood them if I didn't have to speak with an animal.
You can
understand new
telepathically.
familiars.
Yeah, you
You
can
can speak with them
understand.
even
Oh
if
my
you don't have a
god, that would have
language.
sucked.
Yeah.
Just hear ah!
But nah, that said, Zephyr and Amos, you eventually arrive and see the likes of Spike just sort of laying here. They seem to be not breathing at the moment. What do you say and what do you do?
Not
I
see her.
kneel down and.
Do you not see your token?
Well,
No.
yeah, I can't see your token either.
Alright, how about now?
Ah.
Nah, now we can.
Easy clap.
What you doing all the way out here?
She's unconscious.
Why-
I'm just
why
gonna
is she
try
looking
and
like
like,
a vampire.
kind of
Fine.
shake her a little, poke her.
Alright, upon like
may I
shaking her and
perform-
poking her a little bit, eventually Spike, you begin to slowly almost take a huge deep or breath, trying to get a hold of your senses. And you look around and you see, the first thing you see is the face of Amos, and then over off to the side
Hello.
is the Forest and Zephyr.
Zephyr, we gotta get out of here now. It's
I'm
coming.
really hungry. What's coming?
I'm really hungry too, but the can't say the word of it. Big bad.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of
I
here.
kind of put my hand up to, and I look over. You mean that?
You guys seeing the big circle thingy in the sky?
The giant apocalypse cloud. Yeah.
No,
Oh
I'm not.
shit!
Hey, yeah.
Yep. We gotta go.
Let's
we gotta
not
get out
dawdle.
now.
Okay, let's not fucking dawdle then. Let's move.
What do they get to see?
Sam-
Looks up. Oh shit! Oh man, Amos, you can drag your token back. You see as Spike and Zephyr begin to sprint off to the side, or sprint over, back to the legs of the camp. Myra, you pretty much witnessing this and play out before you. And Ingot, what are you doing at this moment in time while this is all happening?
He was eating a lot.
I think it is currently muted.
Oh, okay, that's fine if they.
Yeah,
they're
you
doing that.
can't. How many rocks can my bag hold? Is he saying?
You're probably trying to fill the whole thing up with rocks. Phew. I'm assuming it's just rocks that you're just finding around everywhere. So I'd pretty much say a decent amount, unless we're talking about some freaking miniature boulders over here. Like, shit, man. If you've been investigating and picking up rocks and throwing them into your rock bag, then probably upwards to 100. Like more than that, even probably like fucking 200 even. Granted, it gets heavy, but you considering you have a decent amount of strength, you're fine.
Question: is there actually something we're supposed to see, or was it
Yes.
when I had the dip?
I was described. Yeah.
Upwards, so I think it was when you were gone for a second, but upwards, if you look up, anyone can easily see. This is actually what Myra saw as soon as she was, or pretty much throughout the entirety of her watch. You all have seen this sort of Aurora Borealis, but you just recently see that this, oh, actually you saw it when you first arrived into the campsite of multiple bits of these creatures sort of swarming and pulsing out of this sort of strange structure above, and they're swarming to the likes of, well, everywhere. They seem to be a massive amount of them swarming to your location. However, they seem to have been prevented by this strange shadowy sphere protecting you and hiding the likes of your position at the moment.
If I had known that, I would have started running.
Well, now you know. Oh man.
Well, Zephyr's gonna make it out like that bear documentary where it was showing the man imitating the bear, you know, with the cardboard cutout.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was such. It read
Now,
away
hold
like
on a
this.
second. We have some time. Don't tire yourselves out.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Uh,
We gotta get out fast.
Grab
And
the
Spike is-
bedrolls.
Yep, Spike is just grabbing bedrolls, stuffing it in her chainmail bag, like
Those are
wrapping it
all
around herself like a scarf, just like grabbing whatever materials you can grab real fast.
We're basically a white family right now going on vacation.
God damn it, Finn.
Myra,
Hey, let's go, kids! Come on! Have to be 2 hours early.
Myra asked the site, "Is this the corruption?"
Ah, fuck it! Alright, Myra, make the highest saving throw you've got as you say the name corruption.
Oh fuck, that's right.
It's a big no-no word.
Okay.
Oh no!
I severe got it.
It doesn't matter. Make the highest saving throw you've got. Oh man, ooh, that's a pretty good roll, pretty good. 21, that is what you need to succeed with a DC of 20. You do look over as your arms begin to slowly crystallize and begin to freeze for a brief moment in time before getting ready to shatter. However, your resolve is too strong and able to stand through a little bit of the pain. You do take a little bit of damage, but not much. You take, what is it? Because you succeeded. Oh, wait, no, you succeeded and you guys are level 3 now. You take a total of 5 points of astral damage. Oop, I don't know why it yeeted you, but there you go.
I don't know why it's asking me a saving throw for Constitution, but okay.
Concentration. Flock of Familiars is actually concentration, apparently. Granted, you only have to beat a 10. Yeah, 20, you're more than fine. Alright, that said, you'll see as Mimir looks over and just looks towards Myra's like, oh, why the fuck would you go off and say that?
I look over to Mimir.
These rules are stupid.
Is he? They're always like this. I don't even have to ask the question. They're always like this.
Alright, welcome to the crew.
Ingot wants to know if he saw the crystallization.
Oh
yes,
my god.
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Sweetheart.
Shenanigans!
Hey, Bean Sprout,
Oh, no.
come on! Just
You gotta
because
get
you're
going.
bigger
Everyone-
doesn't mean you can't run!
Ingot
Uh-oh.
screams corruption. Alright, make the highest saving throw you've got, Ingot. He's putting 2 to 2 together, but he shouldn't. Alright,
Okay,
10
who's
plus
got
5.
inspiration?
It's 15 total. I don't think he really wants to. Alright, Ingot, I assume that's your final roll. I don't think you're gonna use anything else, are you? I'll give you like 5 seconds. I don't think you got anything else, but I could be wrong.
If he doesn't
Final
get
roll.
inspiration,
Final
he
roll.
fails.
Alright, he fails.
I
Alright.
have.
Okay.
No, wait, hold on. I was.
Go for it, go for it.
I think my internet is going off. If he failed this, did he?
You guys know the DC already because it's happened so many times. The DC's always 20.
What's the D? Okay.
20.
Ingus, do you want to re-roll it? I have a DM's inspiration.
I don't think he wants to. Yeah, I saw that coming.
He wants to shine it.
No.
He's got health to burn.
Alright, shiny it is. Cowabunga, baby. Alright, here we go. Everybody, can I just get Cowabunga emos spammed in chat? Like, let's just get that going for a second. Ingot, you take a total of 2d4 plus 5 astral damage. That's not bad. Double ones. Pretty good. You take a total of 7 points of astral damage as your arm begins to slowly crystallize over, similar to Myra's. As you scream out the likes of corruption, you feel more or almost your entire soul being unwritten for a moment in time. Ingot, I need you to pick a memory. Or yeah, just pick a memory. Oh God. It can be of anything that's happened during the campaign, anything your character remembers in their backstory, or whatever. Just pick a memory. Oh goodness, the amulet. Alright, so you lose the memory of you chomping down and trying to consume the amulet in the beginnings of the cave, or excuse me, the mines, when you all first met. Oh boy. That said, you even lose the taste of it as well, sadly. But hey,
I love.
maybe you can need some more.
I love if he just like forgot about corruption. So he just keeps on screaming it and forgetting that he shouldn't scream it.
Oh my god. That said, while that all happens, Mimir's just gonna look over at Ingot and just say, "Stop fucking saying that word!" And he'll look over towards Zephyr and just say, "How do you fucking deal with these individuals all day?"
I don't. Now let's go get food. Let's get
No,
out of here.
We gotta get to the boat.
Yes, it's this way, ain't it?
Okay.
It was this way, wasn't it?
For the food, no.
Or
I mean,
no, for the boat.
For the boat, okay. So for the boat, it's kind of in the general direction of where you guys were going, but it's more so in the location of where Spike and Amethyst ran off to, kind of past that little forest.
So bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right. Did Ingot become shiny
sorry.
at all, or did it just hurt his soul? Oh yeah, your whole entire arm is crystalled over, my friend. It's frozen. It's just coursing with an astral light.
Oh boy.
We'll deal with that
Amos?
later. I'll
In
grab
the hustle
Amethyst.
and bustle of all this, could Amos pick up Mimir?
He's attached to Myra's side at the moment, so probably not
Okay.
unless you ask for her or ask Myra.
Amos is just going to like look at all these people basically stealing his campsite and just
Why the hell do you have
Like-
3 tents? You don't need them.
He explained this already.
and he's going to just gather up as much stuff as he can because he has no backpack. He's going to look at Spike and quite melancholy say, "Next time we have a break, may we chat later?"
After, we gotta get out of here, like now, like hurry up. And
We
I'll
have
grab
time.
Amethyst. No, we don't.
choice.
We don't. I'll grab Amethyst out of the fire. If that's okay, Amethyst.
Make a dexterity save and throw Spike as you willingly reach into the burning flame.
I got calluses. It's all good.
She's got chef's hands. It's fine.
I see.
Dexterity, you said?
Yeah, dexterity.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm fine.
18, like a mother, you just scoop up the child and just keep on going. Amethyst, you just get picked up as you were just, I don't know what actually, what is Amethyst doing while this is all happening?
Amethyst was just chilling in the fire waiting to go hunting, and then he just gets scooped up. I've never had someone do that before. Yes. Usually they're too scared to come in the fire.
I said, pick your character up and yeet him over to the screen.
Spike's just made different.
No, we're leaving the mirror behind. He's gonna have a Home Alone situation.
Alright, someone please get me up. Here I go.
Right here, he's going ahead of us. He's Scout Bird.
Alright, you got it.
Yeah.
Scout Bird, you, and then the other two are just circling around. So, at this point, not too far from here, what you would have seen, Myra, is you would have seen the likes of the wolves, and this is kind of also where you're heading in anyways, but you would see the likes of the wolves are still resting about. Now granted, you've never seen them before, you've only heard them mentioned by the likes of Spike and Amethyst, but you see what they were probably talking about, unless it was another pack. And there seems to be a total of, from what you can tell, granted because you could get pretty close, about 5 of them at the moment.
Yeah, don't say anything about it.
All right.
No.
You
That beer's on the way, just like food.
No, it's
That's
the
why
opposite
we
direction.
say food.
Is it on the way or is it behind us?
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Oh, okay. Well, then I keep my mouth shut still.
I see. All right, so eventually, oh boy, you guys are sprinting through the likes of the snow, and as you do, Zephyr just screaming out for food. Not screaming, but you know,
No,
where's food? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But eventually, you guys all stop in unison. It's kind of that sort of cartoon thing where the biggest individual just sort of stops, and then everybody behind them just crashes into him one by one. And as this happens, you look out and you see the likes of the wolves, who haven't seemed to have noticed you, hence the reason why you stopped, that they seem to be, again, just sort of biting down and chewing amongst another corpse of some other creature. Spike and Amethyst, you would know this to be another wolf. The rest of you, you have no idea, as they are cannibalists, as what you can tell.
Zephyr is gonna Misty Step. He's
Oh,
going to run and Misty Step right behind.
I see. Oh wait, hold up. I just deleted the whole thing. My bad. There you go. There's your new character art, buddy. All right, so you Misty Step immediately into the wolves.
And he will straight away stab this motherfucker.
Well,
Immediately. Just immediate.
Throws out.
hold on, real quick. Make a stealth check. This is just to see if you even get a surprise round at all. This is just to see.
He's appearing out of
7.
like the mist.
Does anyone have like inspiration?
Nothing
Yeah,
personnel,
yeah.
wolf.
I have a D8
if
and
you-
you can have it.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is going
If you had
on?
waited
I am
a
hungry,
second,
man.
if you
I
had
am
waited a second, I could beat you, fuck.
8. A total of 8. Magnificent. All right. Well, here's what happens. I wonder what. So, Zephyr, as you begin to dash over just food, you look over and you see these 5 wolves, and immediately you surge with a bit of electricity. And do you use your like thunderous advance, or do you use Misty Step?
Misty Step. I don't want to alert everyone.
Okay, well, hold on. 30 feet. Can you? This is 55, or this is 60
That's
feet, my
55.
friend.
Yeah, so
Hold on.
how much can I run?
Probably realistically, like, I mean, not really that far, because this is, you stopped here just so you didn't alert them. I'll tell you this. If maybe not being able to teleport to this guy, but you'd probably be able to teleport closest to either this one or this one.
I'm going for the biggest one. I'm
saying, like, you could teleport, you could start heading their way. You probably wouldn't be able to get to them in this turn without them stopping.
Can I move like 50 foot?
No.
Or I'm not 50 foot.
Not without them immediately seeing what's
25.
happening. Because you don't get a surprise around here. You rolled a 7 on your or an 8 on your stealth check.
Oh, dude.
Well, you can misty step and you can get yourself a little closer.
I won't misty step straight away. I'll start running.
All right, if you're just well, you said you're misty stepping, so you got to commit to the bit, my friend.
As in, okay. So the misty step was at the end of the running because it only has 30 feet.
Yeah, so you would have
Because that
stopped
way
right here, and then you would have misty stepped.
Yeah, well, it's got 30-foot range, and I'll misty step straight in front of him. So he's going to keep on running until he can be right in front
30
of him.
feet. The closest you can get is about right here. Boom.
No, it'd be closer to the big guy. He needs the big guy.
That's as far as you can get with misty step, my friend. It's 30 feet. This is the big
No,
ass
I'm not
guy.
misty stepping straight away. I meant like, okay, like run up this far and then misty step.
All right, Zephyr, let me break this down to you, big guy. Let me break this down. You are a big ass panda, and you are not stealthing in the slightest. As soon as you are even moved 5 feet from your initial position.
Was thinking, no, I thought you were meaning misty stepping straight away. That's
Let me explain. As soon as you even move from this position, the fact that you are almost 8 feet fucking tall, teleporting made of lightning, my man.
I'm not teleporting just yet. I said running first and then
that doesn't make it any better.
Well, I know. I'm just saying so I don't burn my misty step.
Into the middle of these bushes and trees where you step, immediately breaking, making sounds, who are wolves! Wolves, damn it! Hunters! Packs! Look dead ass at the big panda, man, and they're like eating on their sort of corpse, and they're like, this is nice. Oh, hello! More dinner, and they look towards you and they bolt. I need everyone to roll for initiative as your souls are shackled and the time for battle is now.
I just wanted to say I wasn't like just so I don't burn Misty Step like moving here. I want to Misty Step when I can reach there instantaneously.
Oh my god!
I know that's what I mean. After initiative, when it's my turn, I can't English good.
You're good, buddy.
I am
just
hungry.
survive. Just survive.
I am just hungry.
I'm just gonna get some battle music for you guys. All right.
My character sheet hasn't been updated since the last time, so I'm still at the hit points from before.
Yeah, I got you. You told. I remember we said something about this. You're not supposed to be at 12 AC, or actually, I think you are.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, you should be updated. Okay, 1 second.
Hey, thank you.
Zephyr's so hungry, he got a natural 20 for initiative.
Oh boy.
Everyone's ready to go.
Alright, if this is the case, let's fucking do this. Here we go. Everybody in chat, just know that you guys can inspect this game by giving out inspiration points. But, alright. Let's see what they roll as well.
Wait, I haven't rolled initiative. Are we rolling initiative? I did go
Yeah, you're rolling for initiative, big guy. Oh,
God
no.
damn it.
Oh, no.
I could have literally talked us out of this.
I mean, it's not too late.
You cannot talk a hungry bear out of this, man. You cannot talk him out of this.
We feed you to the wolves, and the wolves become our ally. That's how
No, Zephyr's just going to go, like, ingot mode. He's going to go mouth first. Tearing to them.
Alright, well, if that's the case, top of the round, as everybody's souls are shackled, we look over, and Amethyst, you're the first one to receive initiative as you look over to the likes of Zephyr as he just enters a mad dash and just sees the wolves. Food! No, I'm kidding. And then just sprints off, and then Misty steps closer to the fray. The wolves begin to look up, and they seem hungry as they charge over towards Zephyr. What would you like to do as your turn?
Okay, so... Oh god, this can't.
Shenanigans!
This is fucking
Abumanga!
We are starved.
I never said this was a smart idea. Okay, so, Zephyr, oh god, okay, yes, and, I will go ahead And because I can... Actually, I'm gonna get myself, like, up here, 30 feet. And they're too far for me to shoot, so... I'm just gonna go ahead and just...
You have a crossbow.
Yeah, I have a hand crossbow, it's 30 feet.
Oh, you can't, keep in mind, you can use a bonus action to dash. If you,
I
if
know.
you haven't.
Okay. I know, that's part
Oh,
of the plan, but then I'm out in the open, and I am a rogue.
I see, I see.
You see, so I'm doing something else instead. Oh no, that's 25 feet to the tree, fuck. Actually, no, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna use my action and my bonus action if I can climb this tree.
Action and bonus action?
Yeah, so
I'll say this, you're sort of, I kind of homebrewed this typically. Normally it's an athletics check, but are you like trying to like jump from, like kind of parkouring up this tree, sort of scampering about, Amethyst?
I am a salamander, I am just like,
wait, actually no,
my way up the top.
Oh wait, you're a salamander? Oh, you don't even need to make a fucking roll, you're a fire genasi, right? Technically. Yeah, okay, you just climb up. So here's what happens, Amethyst, as you begin to rush over, you begin to get ready to start climbing, and you see as these strange sort of fiery claws begin to sort of unleash themselves from your person. You unsure, you've never really seen them before, but it just seems right in this sort of moment, and you begin to start clawing your way upwards to the top of this tree. You're able to get a decent bit. I'll be able to get a total of about 20 feet upwards.
Just gonna like find like a stable spot and then just look down at my hands. That's new. Good to know. Yes. And I'm gonna pull up my crossbow and just aim at the wolves, and that's all I can do.
Intuition checks aren't needed here, phone. Unless you really, really want to make them. That's
I want to know his health so I can one-shot him. He's scary. He's got the breath weapon. I'm scared.
Alright. Keep in mind, you don't know that yet. William knows that.
Oh,
Zephyr doesn't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Alright, that's it.
Zephyr is hungry. That's why he's charging.
Myra, you receive initiative. What would you like to do as you see Zephyr just charge into the fray? Amethyst just groans and then charges after him. What do you do? Alright, well, this is cocked up.
I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my form of dread, which has changed since I've leveled up a little.
Hell yeah.
If I can figure out how to do this.
All good, buddy. Alright, while that is happening, here we go. Let's just get this start running.
It's gonna damage me, so...
I got it. I'll fix it.
That's 8 points of health.
8 points of temp HP. You got it.
Yes.
Boom, boom. All right. Or I said Amethyst. Myra, if you would please like to describe what your form of dread looks like for us.
As per usual, the lower jaw does match up to the deer skull's jaw. The flames in my eyes enlarge, engulfing most of the skull as the antlers enlarge. My limbs grow out, and I become a little bit taller as well. At this point, I am going to unleash my new thing and try and whip my arm to get the bone sight to slither out.
Oh boy. As you do, you see as it begins to slowly apparate and form directly into your hand, begin almost gathering forth with all this sort of strange spirits and sort of starlight before you as it materializes into your hand, slithering out.
I am then going to use my movement. I can, for some reason I'm like zoomed out 3,000 feet.
Yeah, because you guys just got to this map. Also, Limbit, question. For Myra's thing, does anything happen with the flames?
No, the flames are just ethereal flames. They won't harm.
Well, no. Like, does anything color-wise happen with them? Just asking for a friend.
They're bright blue.
Bright blue, you say? Alright,
Yeah.
let me try something. Alright, let's see if my production value skills are on par. Oh boy, you warped?
Yeah, I'm back and my ability's no longer active.
What the fuck? Okay, I guess it didn't. Alright, never mind then. I tried. Alright.
Oh, now there's two of me.
Oh wait, what the? Oh, you warped back here. Okay. Sorry about that. Oops.
Also, my ability
I tried to
disappeared,
do
but it's
some.
active.
It didn't work out. Oh, I know why. It's because of this. Haha. And we're just gonna. Oh, you'll see. Alright. And we're just gonna bring this out to about 20 feet. Alright. And then form of dread. So as this is basically happening, you guys witness and look over as the sort of blue flames begin to slowly flicker amongst the likes of Myra, almost turning ethereal and more as she enters her form of dread. Alrighty, that said, Myra, that's your bonus action. You can do anything else if you would like.
I would like to use my passive beast speech. Or can I yell out in both languages and knock it off?
I would say so. Who you say it? You're saying it to the wolves?
Both the wolves and to the dumb idiot.
Well, the idiot can't hear you if you're speaking in wolf.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me ask Zephyr real quick. Is he dead? Because I had to disappear. Is he literally dead set on this?
I mean, from what you can tell, he looks like it. Hello?
Yeah. Enough.
You are you talking to? Me?
You, buddy.
He's hungry, man. You're not going to sway him. He is fucking hungry.
You have a new weapon, though.
What?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the new weapon would look back. It doesn't.
What are you talking
No,
about?
he's hungry.
It's night that I pulled out.
Oh, what
He's
about
never
it?
seen
hungry.
it.
He's hungry. You're not getting through to him. He's basically like hangry. He is just hangry. You're not going to get through to him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Amos is gonna have a word with him.
Do you have a stat sheet for this thing, by the way?
That's rich.
A stat sheet for the weapon. It's just a scythe, whichever one you chose or picked up in your inventory. Oh, did you not pick one? All right, god damn it.
No, I wasn't told to grab it.
Oh my god. All right, I can do it right now. Here, I'll try to program a weapon as fast as I possibly can. I'm probably gonna look towards Agni. Here, all right, we're gonna just bring a turtle man in here for a second. All right, Agni's, where's the scythe?
That guy that was in that one shot and he hit flaming skull, or is that a different turtle?
No, this is the guy. All right, scythe. Should be good. Yep, proficiency with it. You're proficient. You have it equipped and more, and the animation should already be set. Yep. All right. You should be good to use it now. I thank you, Agni, for coming in clutch. All right. So that's your bonus action. You have an action. Is there anything else you're doing, Myra, or?
That was my action and bonus.
Your bonus action to action or do form of dread, and
Okay.
you have your action if you're doing anything else.
I guess. It seems like there's nothing I can do to stop him.
Okay. That said, that is your turn. Alrighty, next up, Zephyr, what would you like to do as you receive initiative? Afterwards, after the wolves, it's going to be a long time of pain before Amos, you're going to go. So Zephyr, what would you like to do, buddy?
So, one step forwards, and he just misty steps. Wait, I can actually cast the spell. And just...
You already used your Misty Step to get here in the first
no,
place.
as I said, I didn't. I said at the end of the run. So that it's like, when you're running, and then you suddenly appear behind them, you know?
You would have had to do it to get to here in the first place.
Okay, then can you take me back?
You just moved 5 feet, that's it. There you go.
Okay, and then Misty Step, is it?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, because.
All right, there you go. It should be set now.
What's that? I'm so confused now.
You
Sorry.
don't have Misty Step. You use Misty Step to teleport here when I broke it down and everything.
I did not use Misty Step. That's what I was trying to say. I was saying like
I'll just roll a
first.
D100, and if not, then we'll just retcon the whole thing then. All right. High or low?
I'm sorry. You already rolled it. Okay. I'm so lost. I'm sorry.
High or low, so I can roll a D100 to retcon you even being here in the first place.
Low.
All right, 89. It says that you are still here.
Yeah. It was mostly whether I used the Misty Step or not. That's the only thing I was going on about.
If you want to use Thunderous Advance, that's a thing that you also have. Other than that, this is your location at the moment, as you already teleported here, and then now you're rushing into the fray.
Okay. What is Thunderous Advance? Fuck it, I'll just run. He's going to run here then, and he's going to strike this guy. Wait, 3 foot of movement.
You
so
have one more, 5 foot.
even better here. And he is going to attack him with glaive because it's 10 foot of range.
Yep.
And actions.
Alright, that said, you rush over, and as you dash through the likes of the sort of forest, you look and see as you try to circle around this individual. You bring out the halberd and strike them true with a 13, barely able to, or almost graze them. You strike with 8 points of damage, and that said, Thunder Smite on top of it. I'm assuming you casted it beforehand then, right?
Yeah, well, like... I'm sorry, my brain is shutting down.
It's fine. I'm assuming you casted it before the spell, so then you could actually do damage this hit, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So bonus action to cast Thunder Smite, you strike them for an order 8 points of damage. He'll try to make a saving throw, which he will succeed. So you see as he takes a bit of the damage, however, he's not knocked prone from it. His resolve is to stand strong, and he stands on all fours looking towards you. And now he's angry. What you got else for? I think that's...
And Divine Smite is a free action, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It just costs a spell slot.
Wait. I did not do Divine Smite.
You gotta roll 2d8 for me if you're trying to do Divine Smite.
Okay. Alright, 2d8. What the fuck?
3 points of damage. I mean, hey, it'll all add up. So as you course your weapon with lightning and more, it strikes into the individual, almost blunt or almost sending their senses a rave. However, they still seem to be standing here and unfazed. Zephyr, that is your action, your movement, your bonus action, and more. I believe that is your turn. Alrighty. Next up, oh boy, because they weren't discovered last time you guys were here. You will see at this point, as all of the sort of individual, or as you all begin to sprint forth, you will see immediately emerging, well, actually, hold on one second. You'll see immediately emerging out of the likes of the snow, sort of underneath the mound and more, buried amongst it, hiding away. Eyes will begin to slowly start, or almost lighting up, with this sort of red, strange hue, and immediately you hear just a and you see almost an automated howl begin to emerge out from the likes of everywhere and around. And you see as immediately breaking out of the snow and sort of slowly forming around these strange mechanical creatures, almost looking like wolves, but they're not. Instead of made out of flesh and fur, made out of mechanical gears and more, as they all begin to swarm in towards all of you. To begin to emerge.
We can't eat that.
No, you can't, my friend. No, you cannot. These two emerge from here, and these two emerge from here. Oh boy. All right. And there we go.
Question:
Oop. Oh,
Has
fuck.
Spike ever seen anything like this?
They go right after this. Has Spike seen anything like this? Make a history check, Spike. They got a they got 7. The most you've seen of something like this was when you were talking to the likes of Rime of the Frost Maiden, or in the sense of, you know, well, not Groswell, but Anth, Pyre, Lika, and more, and you all saw a vision of, or inside of this sort of red triangle by Ingot. You saw this mechanical, giant, massive bird-like creature made of metal and steel rather than actual flesh and fur. It seemed to be in a similar sort of design. These wolves are. I said, all right. That is that. They are going to start making their turns in initiative. All right, this one over here is going to. Oh, is it? There we go. Boop, boop, and boop. This one's going to start dashing over to the closest person towards them, and they're going to start dashing over to the likes of Amethyst. They will use their action to try to. Well, they'll probably just try to rush up, trying to. Not really climb, but trying to run up the little bit of the tree and try to bite down towards you. They'll make it with disadvantage, but they are going to try to bite you at you, Amethyst. As you are way too elevated for them. Bite attack. 15. Oh wait, hold on. I rolled with advantage. My bad. Reroll that. I don't know why it. What? Okay, did it say that it did damage to your token?
No, I haven't taken any.
That's weird. It didn't give me the option to do damage. I guess Foundry knew that was wrong, so it just said, "Hey, don't do that." It said, "Hey, don't do that."
That's 12. To me.
All right,
Yes.
That will miss instead. As it tries to rush over to the tree, it tries to bite down towards you. However, it's unsuccessful. That said, next up in initiative is this one over here. It's going to see the likes of Zephyr. Is going to immediately rush over and try to pounce upon them, breaking from the snow, trying to rip them limb from limb. All right, that said, bite attack is going to be normal. It's going to be a 5. It will miss completely as they try to dash over towards you and go skittering off to the side. No effect. Next up in initiative is this one over here. They're going to do the same thing, and because they have a certain ability, they will have advantage as they begin to slowly actually surround the likes of Zephyr, pincering him and cornering him. They will make it with. Oh wait, hold on. I think they have to actually be right beside each other. Yeah, they actually have to be right beside each other. They will try to attack him with advantage. Boom, bite attack. That is a 13 to hit and 6 points of damage. I need you to make a saving throw for me, and you get a 5. As this happens, the wolves begin to pounce onto the likes of Zephyr as he is knocked down prone from the might and sheer force of them. That is that one's turn. Next up is this one's. And same thing, they're going to rush over to the likes of Amethyst, because you're pretty much the closest one, unless they can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And they're going to try to make an attack roll at disadvantage. However, they have this other enemy right here, so they will make a straight roll towards you. All right, features, bite attack. As a 16 to hit and 6 points of damage, as they're barely able to almost jump up with enough force momentum to bite towards where your leg is and almost breaking a bit of the tree branch. Seems to be that this tree is slowly sort of faltering, Amethyst. You may need to reposition soon, but that is their turn. Next up, we have 2 more wolves, and then Amos Wolfgang, you are up. Make sure you're ready on your turn. All right, that said, next up in initiative is the Winter Wolf itself. Well, it only has 2 targets besides the other ones, because Myra's too far right now. So yeah, you're right beside him. He's gonna rush over and he's just gonna attack you while you're on the ground. That is going to be 1 attack with advantage because you are prone. All right, bite attack. That is a 19 to hit and 14 points of damage, Zephyr, as you are bit and torn. You don't need to make another saving throw as you are already knocked prone. That said, you watch as Zephyr is being ripped from limb to limb at this point in time. Armor is sort of flying about, and his head, or his almost helmet, is being knocked off. It's not looking too good for him. But that is their turn. Final Wolf's turn over here. This individual is going to see the likes of Myra, and she is going to start dashing over off to the side with a bit of much as he can. He's going to try to bite down and make a attack towards her, pouncing off to the side. Bite attack. That is a 9. That will completely miss. As you see, as the shadows begin to lengthen around her, Myra, how do you defend yourself from this blow?
He's pouncing at me, right?
Yep, correct.
I'm gonna swat him away with my big hand.
Easy enough. As you do, you see as the creature begins to sort of almost go ow, as it walks or as it flies over to the south. That said, that's its turn. Also, if you haven't checked chat, Amos, you have received a D10 of inspiration from Riku.
Yes. Thank you.
Or Anthrax. All right, that said, Amos Wolfgang, you receive initiative and you see all of this sort of playing out before you. What would you like to do, buddy?
I see a bunch of people who have walked into my camp, stolen my camp, are undead, and have also allied with my literal worst enemy, who I am known to slay. But they are very funny, so they must be saved. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do a really long turn. I know, Sensei, it's really hard. It's just like, I don't know what it is. Just, yeah, that's my turn.
You're gonna use your action to dash?
I'm gonna use my action to dash. And he's just gonna look at all these people getting their ass kicked. And it's like he's just thinking to himself, "Okay, I'm a little rusty, but this will be fun." And he just runs straight towards the biggest wolf he can see.
All right,
and he's unsheathing his sword to go for the next attack. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Question: are you raging now, or are you saving it for later?
I'm saving it for later.
Saving it for later.
Well, actually, no, I'm in range. I actually have the action now. You see, as he is running towards, his shirt begins to wear away, and he just he flexes while he's sprinting, and you see his shirt is completely off.
As it happens, you dash through the likes of the snow, or great sword in hand, and you ready yourself for battle. That said, that is your turn. Amos, action, bonus action, movement. Yep. Ingot, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? Obviously, if your mic isn't working, I'll just you can just type out if you're doing anything else, but you can just target people and all that stuff as usual. All right. Ingot begins to dash over, and as they begin to do so, grabbing their weapon, looking towards Amethyst and this sort of strange mechanical wolf. Well, what they do, we'll see in just a moment. Also, Spike, keep in mind you are on deck. I like to run to this wolf and try to grab it with my bare hands by the head. Alrighty. That said, if you're trying to grapple it, Ingot, you immediately try to pick it up with almost one hand or two, depending on how you want to do it. Make an athletics check, and he will try to use. He's gonna make an acrobatics check to try to resist. 19. Whew. 19, he has an answer. That said, make another athletics check. Ingot, I see this individual is a little bit more evasive than you anticipated. 19 coming back with a strong answer. Let's see again. Hold up. Acrobatics. 13. He falters by the might of the mic in it as you pick him up with one single hand, and you're able to sort of grapple him, preventing him from moving or attacking the likes of Amethyst no longer. That is once I grab him, I scream corruption. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Ingot has a plan. Make the highest saving throw you've got, buddy. I know what you're trying to do, but I don't know if you're gonna like the results. Oh boy. Wait, maybe. You're trying to grab it and you're trying to form it. Nah, I don't think it would. Nah, I don't think it.
Hello.
Well, I got something for you. I got something for you, Ingot. So 16 on your con save. That will fail. You are gonna take a bit of damage, but I'm gonna let you know what happens next. So 2d4 plus 5 astral damage to you, Ingot, as you say the word corruption, not speaking it. That's not how that works. 2d4 plus 5. You take 8 points of astral damage. Not bad, could be a lot worse. But as this happens, you do watch as your hand begins to slowly form with ice. And you expect it to sort of the same ice to wash over the... Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Holy shit, I just remembered something. From the likes of Sands of Sin. Oh, dear lord.
Would you like us to be in on a joke?
Hey, Agni, hey, Azora. You remember this? A little bit of some stuff. Oh, God. So, as you see the corruption make contact with the metal itself, oh God, you see as it slowly courses through the mechanical gears and grooves itself, and you watch as it corrupts over the entire wolf as well. And immediately its eyes begin to shine in astral light, and more of its armor is sort of coated with it. And it looks towards you, and it says, "Join us!" Oh boy, I'm about to start updating its stats as it's affected by that. Oh God.
Are we allowed
Ingot
to
just
abandon
wanted
our
the mini.
allies?
Well, the thing is, he didn't know. There's no logical reason he would know about it. Oh God.
Ingot just wanted a mini boss for himself.
Alright, so his... Oh boy. So, I will say this, the following. Oh wait, no, it's not a higher form of corruption, so you guys are good. So the good news is this thing can't cause cosmic death. That's the good news. The bad news is it is coursed with the corruption. But regardless, as you use your second wind ingot, you begin to slowly heal up the wounds as you begin to sort of kind of refute the damage and not even sort of worry about it as you see shininess forming amongst you, but also across the wolf. That said, that is your action, your bonus action, movement ingot. That is your turn. Spike, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? Unless there's anything else, ingot. I don't think so. Let me know in chat. Spike, you also received a D6 of inspiration from Gore.
Thank you.
Intuition
all right.
check the new scary thing.
Well.
Yeah, you may want to intuition check the new scary thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's reasonable. Make a wisdom check for me, Ingot, and I'll add the bonuses afterwards. Natural 2. Nah, you have no idea at the moment. All right. Other than the fact, hey, it looks more powerful, so there is that. But Spike, what would you like to do as you receive initiative? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna drag Mimir as he's off to the side with Myra.
So, seeing that happen, that changes my plans. Because I gotta destroy this. I absolutely have to destroy this. So I'm just gonna sprint over and stand next to Ingot. Whoop, why didn't I move?
Oh, you
right.
may be on the
Nice.
measure thing. Oh god, that's too bright.
Okay.
Oh damn, can we harvest that thing?
There we go. And we're
Yeah,
just
light
gonna...
source.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna move it like that. Boom. Alright, good enough.
Alright, so as I'm running over to this thing, I'm gonna... Actually, do I want to do it?
Actually, I think there's a
Go
better one than this. Energy.
Oh yeah, I want to do that.
Oh,
So I'll as I'm running, I'll rub my
There we go.
forearm against the spikes of my hammer, activating my the crimson rite of the putrid.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be.
Oh, is it
I'll
still
do it
there?
right now.
Or, because it might have deleted itself once you leveled up. I think it did.
Should be there. Yeah, it's there.
It is? Okay, if it's there, then dope. Yeah.
So
Regardless, it's
Wait,
just
so-
poison damage anyways.
do I have to target myself and then hit the crimson rite button and then
Either or.
It's gonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess you can roll or target yourself, hit the Crimson Right button, and then after that, target the enemy. Okay, so as you unleash the Crimson Right, new things, new abilities. So as this happens, you begin to slowly watch as your weapon begins to get coated with this sort of strange and noxious gas and putridness of the Sewer King themselves. They laugh and smile. However, you have a wolf to kill. You take 2 points of damage, but what you got for your action?
So I'm running over, and I'm gonna use the momentum of my run to give a big swing right under the muzzle of this corrupted entity.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, also, nah, don't do it. 15 would have hit, but it seems to be now that this sort of astral shielding is sort of slowly formed up over it. It seems as almost taking a brunt of the damage. You're able to strike it, you're just not able to do damage to it. That said, is that your turn, Spike?
Yeah, I'll look quickly at Zephyr on the ground. Oh, fuck. And hold my ground, trying to put myself between the wolves and the tree trunk / where Amethyst is. And that's it for me.
All right, that said, that is Spike's turn. Or Myra, you receive another D8 of inspiration from Bimra.
I already had. Wait, I have a D8 already?
Or basically, you receive another inspiration die, and it's in the form of a D8.
Oh, cool. Let me-
There you go. All right, that is that. Wolf's turns over here. Well, the wolf gang is about to get destroyed by a couple of wolves. As this guy's going to try to attack you, Amos. This individual is probably.
Try.
Yeah.
One thing
ahead.
as well, just for a future reference, for some reason, I'm wearing the scale mail, I'm proficient with it, and it should be armor class 15, but for some reason, Foundries is taking it as if I'm wearing nothing, so I have 14. So I just like hard-coded it to just be 15.
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
for future reference if something else, like, messes with
Yes, message with your AC. I gotcha. Alrighty, so bite attack coming towards you. Let's see what's gonna happen. Wish you the best of luck. That is a 12. You see as he tries to rush over and try to bite down onto you. You're too powerful and too strong. And how do you defend yourself from this ability?
As he tries to, like, bite onto... Where is he biting? Like, on the arm? On my chest?
Probably towards your chest to like sort of pounce upon you.
As he tries to, like, bite towards my upper chest, I just, like, flex my pecs hard enough that it, like, sends his teeth away.
I fucking knew it. That's it. You flex magnificently, and you see as he begins to almost drop down to the ground, confused. But that is his turn. Next up in initiative is this guy.
Wolf.
This guy. He has no idea what he's got himself in for. All right, this one's going to dash over to Myra. The other one's going to dash towards Amos. But this one over here is going to try to surround Myra and try to strike her true with advantage. All right, it's going to be alt attack. Did that work? That did not work. 16 will hit, dealing 5 points of piercing damage as they rush over and try to jump on top of you. Make a strength saving throw, Myra, or fall prone.
Yes. +1.
Oh, that's not gonna cut it. With a 4, Myra is knocked down prone as the wolves begin to pounce atop of her and start trying to rip her to shreds. That is their turn. Next up over here is the one going towards Amos. He will dash over off to the side. As he does, he will try to rush over and he's going to get advantage and bite towards Amos. All right.
Why did you get advantage again?
Using an ability they haven't, or you guys haven't identified yet.
Okay.
But you can make a free intuition check. You could probably assume as a DM what it is, though.
Yeah.
All right. One attack roll. Bite attack 21 to hit and 9 points of damage. As you're able to sort of flex off the first one, the second one sort of jumps towards your neck area and bites with a huge chunk of flesh ripped off. That said, make a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Oh god. Yeah, my
damage was
computer is super
delayed.
slow, so that'll take a second.
It's all good. Damage was delayed. Let me see if it was yeah, I see what you're talking about. All right, let me undo that. Did it do it again? I think it did it again another time. 23. Oh yeah, you're good to go, buddy. You're good to go. All right, I think
Not gonna
that
kid me.
is. Yeah, it's super delayed. Okay, Yeah, I don't know why it was just super delayed for Amethyst. Because you only got hit once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 points a day. Yeah, okay. It should be fine now. Thanks for the heads up, Ingot. Alright, that is the Wolves' turn, and it's not looking too good for you guys. But, Amethyst, you receive initiative as the fight has broken out, and it is... Some of the individuals are looking a little worse for wear. What you gonna do for us, Amethyst?
So these wolves are on the ground, right? And I'm still in the tree?
They're the one over here to the north of you, they are still trying to actively climb up the tree. The one below is being dealt with by two massive individuals in Spike and Ingot.
That's fair. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action steady aim, and I'm gonna shoot at this one trying to climb up the tree.
All right, you hold and wait until the opportune moment, and as you aim for the eyes, you strike forth with your hand crossbow. Make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, I've got to target it. Whoops.
Yep, all good. Myra, you are on deck, and Zephyr, you are in the hole.
I'm not in the grave yet.
This is a baseball term, damn it!
Base what? Based on what?
Oh shit! That's a big 20, and that's a sneak attack 22. That said,
yes it is.
roll for some damage, rogue. As you fire forth, you strike into the wolf creature, and immediately it pierces through the legs of its form. So roll a total of 2d. Oh wait, actually I think it's 46. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
21 points of damage. Hey Amethyst, how do you want to one-shot this creature?
I'm just standing, wait for it, and then I just fire the crossbow and I fucking hit it right in the head.
Hell yeah, as this happens, it drops down dead, pierced, and no longer moving. Good stuff, Amethyst. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, that said, if that is your turn, next up in initiative, we have the likes of Myra, and then Zephyr, you are on deck. Myra, as these two wolves begin to swarm and pounce upon you, what would you like to do?
In Wolf Tongue, I'm going to yell out, "Enough!" and cast Arms of Hadar.
Oh, as they begin to, or as these sort of shadowy tendrils begin to form, they fire out towards your foes. Make the, I don't know if it's attack rolls or saving throws for them, right?
You have to make a strength saving throw. It does not tell.
Just cast a spell and then I will, it'll run through everything. Don't worry if it targets him here. He's fine. 11 points, strength saving throw. This is gonna be a natural 11 for the first one. We'll see what happens. Natural 6 for the second, and then Mimir gets a 2, but it doesn't matter. He's fine. He gets a 24 with a 2. He's good. All right. That said, 11 points of damage to the wolves.
They also knocked prone.
What's the DC for you again?
Is it my basic spell DC? Because that's 14.
Yeah. Basic spell DC? Yes it is. So that said, the wolves will... Why is it not showing them? So the wolf got a 12 and they got a 7. They will both fail. And if you did 11 points of damage, how do you want to kill both of these individuals as the arms of Hadar begin to form and kill them to death?
As before, the arms of Hadar burst from my chest, come out, grab both the wolves by their necks, and tear them in half. Before I, is it a bonus action to get off the ground? Or
It's just half your movement.
Oh, before I use half my movement to just rise like a vampire coming out of his coffin and trudge forward 15 feet, I guess.
You got it. Oh, wait, I don't know why I hit him.
As I walk forward, I yell out, surrender now to your new alpha.
You see as this individual looks over and sees you sort of approaching, and you saying about the alpha part, you'll see as they speak in common and they say, "I'd like to see you try." That's it.
Bitch.
Hell yeah. Alright. Myra, is that your turn?
Do I have a... Yes. That was my last... Yeah.
All right, if that's the case, next up in initiative, we have the likes of Zephyr. You're knocked down prone, wolves are tearing at you left and right. What would you like to do?
Is half movement to get up from prone, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, getting up and kind of using his, what's it called again? Halberd as a bit of a stick.
Glaive.
Going to glaive, yeah. Going to push himself up, block the big icy wolf with his forearm, let it sink its teeth in. And they can see through the holes of the helmet. He is bloodthirsty, and he is hangry. And once fully up, he will roar out and use Thunderwave.
Oh, Thunderwave. All right, cast a spell and place it where you wish.
Yes, Bill. Who's this? Oh, I thought it was just originating from you.
Nah, that's always a common misconception. It's actually a square. It's kind of stupid. I really want to rework Thunderwave into an AoE around, because it's kind of dumb.
Is it everyone of my choice, or?
Make sure to read the spell beforehand, but I could check real quick. Thunderwave.
Yeah, just...
No, it's just each creature. Yeah, so everybody.
Do you want to try and put that square a little bit away from me?
I got.
Alright, that said,
What
9
with
points.
these spit damages?
I mean, that's...
I got some kind of error.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Saving throw, Constitution saving throw is coming from everybody. That is an 18. Oh my god, 18, 17, and 15. They all succeed. However, they are not blown back away from you. They hold their ground, but they do take a little bit of the sound damage as it pierces through their ears. And this, for wolves especially, at least the more flesh-made wolves, it rings and hurts. That said, they take the 4 points of damage. Zephyr, you're back on your feet. You have a bonus action if you want to do anything.
Why don't you just fuck off? He is going to use Roar of Protection, and why is it not letting me aim it?
Because it's just everywhere around you. That's why. It just does it automatically.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so Wisdom saving throws 14, natural 1, 18 from the Winter Wolf. So this wolf over here will succeed.
No, I don't have any inspiration.
This wolf over here will fail, and he is frightened of you as you begin to scream out. He begins to sort of back away for a brief moment, and this wolf over here, he seems unfazed entirely. Alright, Zephyr, is that your turn?
I guess so.
Alright, next up, we got the wolves. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Alright, this guy is feared, but so he won't be able to attack you. Huh. I guess realistically. Yeah, I think he's just gonna run away. Yeah, he's just gonna run away.
I'm going
Zephyr,
to attack it!
go for it. Yeah. I don't see anything
What else
else
am I
he's gonna do.
supposed to fucking do?
We put the Winter Wolf through a field. It's the
Now I got fucking critical!
You can obliterate him is what you can do. That said, with a 25, you bring your halberd and slash out towards him. How do you want to do this, Zephyr, with a natural 20?
He is bloodied and he is bruised, but it seems he got through to someone, and as soon as they turn tail, he'll stab the halberd straight down through its neck.
As it happens, you pierce the bits of mechanical natures of it as the screws and more begin to go flying, and they drop down, defeated and dead. Good stuff, Zephyr. Alright, that said, that's that guy's turn. This individual whose resolve is a little bit more strong, he is going to reach over, he's gonna dash over to the side, replace him, and he is going to... Actually, he's gonna circle around this way, so kind of going around over here, and then he's going to bite down onto you.
Will that give me an opportunity attack if he's moving into my area?
Moving into your area, no. Only Ingot has that through his stance. Unless you have, what do you call it?
No.
Ah, alright.
Oh, we banned that one as well.
Nah, there's a... I think it's Polar Masters, what it is. Nah, only Ingot has a similar thing like that, but... There's gonna be a bite attack with advantage. Let's hope for the best. With advantage, it will miss with a 9. You see as it tries to bite down. However, it immediately just sort of, or tries to bite on the sort of pauldron piece of Karanos blessing you with protection. That's his turn. Next up on initiative is this guy. He is over towards Amethyst, Spike, and Ingot. Considering Ingot's the one grabbing him at the moment, he's gonna target Ingot and try to. He doesn't get any disadvantage because he's not restrained, but he's just gonna try to bite the hand of Ingot and try to rip it off entirely. All right, bite attack coming towards you with advantage, or actually not advantage, just a straight roll. Oh, and also his well, no, I think you're good. 11 will completely miss as he's just trying to bite and tear into you and just pretty much yelling out, "Join! Join!" over and over, but that's his turn. That's all he's got. Alrighty, Winter Wolf over here. Oof. Alright.
You have D6 inspiration, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you for the reminder. Damn, man. He's gonna get through you one at a time. First off, he's gonna break some hope. And then he will look, nah.
I challenged his supremacy.
He did.
I'll say
But he's
this.
surrounded by 2 different opponents.
Yeah, that's also the main thing. Myra, you can make an intimidation check. And
I do want to say that right now I am fucking horrifying compared to the fear.
Yeah, but also he's hungry, so you know. 14. Nah, that's not gonna cut it. It was a high DC. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very, very high. But
Wait,
Do you have a inspiration?
I do have that D8.
if you want to add it, it may save you here, but it's still pretty difficult.
I want to see if I have advantage.
Nah,
with,
you don't have
from a
advantage.
dread active. No.
Oh, nah, I don't think so.
Once per turn, you transform from a dread.
That would be cool,
No,
but
okay.
nah, you don't.
No, it doesn't. That's added to me. It should.
So,
yeah, I'll use my D8.
D8. All right, go for it. Also, Amethyst, while you're at it, for your fire or from your turtle friend, you gain a D8 inspiration die from Agni.
Kuma, I love you.
18. I don't think I passed, but it's 18.
18 is not gonna cut it. I'm sorry, buddy. It was very, very difficult. Granted, like if it was like a normal wolf, probably it would have broke through that and it would have just did the unsmart decision and just went after you. But considering it just witnessed Zephyr take an attack of opportunity and beat the shit out of his friend, and also Amos is right there as well, it'll deal with this first and take you out one at a time. So it's gonna make an attack roll towards Zephyr with advantage. Bite attack coming towards you. All right, I wish you the best of luck. That is a 12 to hit.
Can I use my D6 inspiration to lower that?
Yes, you can. No matter. Oh wait, no, you still have to roll because if it rolls a 1, then it's still gonna hit you. 6 will hit, or be enough. As it tries to bite down onto you, describe how you're able to dodge out of the fray.
So, impaling the other one, he just flicked the glaive across and just moved the jaws just in time.
Hey Zephyr, it's going to do the glitch what it did with Amethyst. So just remember your health is 7. It's gonna just randomly bring you down unconscious.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It just happens.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen randomly.
Did it just bite again?
Yeah, it'll probably like bring you down by like 20 HP. So just let me know when it ever does that, and then
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a second bite.
No. It's just one bite.
That was just a secret wolf that bit you in behind, you know?
Yeah, you know.
A secret invisible one.
You ever seen Tremors? It's like that.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Like how the wolf had 1 more damage as well.
All right, Amos. That said, at the beginning of your turn, what would you like to do?
All right, so Amos is gonna look over at Zephyr, and he's gonna turn over, kind of leaning his greatsword like a baseball bat, and just, that was some cool shit right there. And then he looks over to the wolf leader, and holding it with both swords, Wolfgang, meet Wolfgang, and he is going to use a reckless attack Do I just roll with advantage?
Yeah, you just roll with advantage.
I think I just roll with advantage. And as well, I'm going to use a Great Weapon Master attack, which
Minus
and
5.
that's the feat. That's the other feat. -5 to the roll, but it's still +1. And I'm going to use that inspiration that Riku gave me to add +10 to the roll.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry,
Or-
plus D10.
Yeah, plus a D10. So,
So-
make a reckless
yes.
attack. I'm gonna have to like reduct the damage and all that stuff. Unless you just roll a 20. I mean, fuck it.
Is my thing
yes.
slow?
Did it do the thing, Myra?
It's not appearing. Oh, sorry. Oh shit, my thing's. I was looking at the wrong thing. It should be opening, shouldn't it?
No, you gotta make the actual attack roll with the weapon.
Oh yeah, no, I just
have to make the attack.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, with the great sword. I'll add the great weapon master attack afterwards. I'll add the damage.
Okay.
He just wants-
I know what I'm doing wrong now. Sorry, I haven't targeted the wolf.
You
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Well,
This man just wants to see the big
Sound
number.
bad.
When did I go down to 15?
All right. So that is I hold alt and then attack.
Yep.
So I'm sorry. It's been a while since I.
It's all good. Yeah, alt and attack, 25. That will be reduced to 20, which will hit regardless. No need for inspiration. Roll some damage for me, big guy. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna roll some damage. So that is 1 and a 4, but as well I can add a D6 to it because of my divine fury.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that is rolled 1d6 as well.
Another 4
And
big
because
damage.
it's a +10 to the damage.
Great weapon master, baby. That said, with one single strike, you deal a total of 8 plus 4, 12, 22 points of damage. Did it add your rage damage?
Oh.
I don't think it did. It did not.
I needed to add the rage damage. That's +2.
Plus 2, 24 points of damage in one single strike. Describe this hefty blow. It doesn't finish them off, but it definitely humbles them for a moment.
He sort of plays with the blade, like spinning it in his. There's a massive blade. He's spinning at the hilt by his fingers, and then just holds it with both hands, and just is going to do like a slight Zandatsu for a second, just like 3 really quick strikes.
That's it. 3 strikes, 1 cut, a second cut, and then a third. As this happens, you see as this worse for wear as it drops down almost to 1 or almost to 2 paws rather than 4, and it looks back up towards you and just snarls, bloodied and more. Is that your turn, Amos?
I snarl back. That's my turn.
Oh, actually, before you end your turn, Amos, make a perception check in the midst of this fray.
I forgot as well. Can I make an intuition check?
Yeah, you're lucky. Yes, you can. And who are you making the intuition check towards? The wolf or the corrupted wolf? Like the winter wolf or the corrupted
wolf.
one? All right.
The
Make
corrupted
a.
wolf. I turn around and look.
Yeah, make a wisdom check for me. And you are
Straight up.
proficient in this.
That's
so...
a 7.
Nah, it's not gonna be enough, sadly. Now the
Wolves
9.
always talk. It's fine.
Oh, but also make your perception check finally. Ingot, you are also on deck, so
Sorry,
get ready.
right.
6. Why would you ever hear anything? Or see anything at all? You hear howling.
There is
it's
a
probably
wolf
from the
in front of
creatures.
me.
Alright, that's it. You hear howling. That's it. Ingot, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? Oh boy. Also, Spike, you are on deck. Would like to make an intuition check. I'm trying to figure out if Ingot thinks making it shiny was bad. Yeah, you can make an insight check, or an arcana, your choice. And then after that, for your intuition check, just make a straight wisdom roll. So I need 2 things from you. So yeah, Spike's on deck, and then afterwards, it's just the wolves. So 9 for insight. I mean, it seems to, from what you could tell, and you are a, what do you call it? You are a fighter. You are a sort of warrior. You're trained in battle. You know at least a little bit of things and stuff. I would probably say with your insight check, considering Spike wasn't able to hit it, and it's very, very rare that she misses, and she wasn't able to sort of pierce the likes of this armor, there's something going on with this individual, something that you did made them stronger, or something making them shiny wasn't necessarily a good idea, but who knows? Maybe making them shiny is a good idea. So it's really up to you on how you really want to interpret it, but we'll figure it out. Maybe you just need to make it shinier. Maybe you do. Who knows? Who knows? I said with your oh wait, am I still holding it? Yeah, you're still holding it. It's grappled. I'm reaching. Thank you, Brawl Who, for the sub. Only I think 2 more subs away from reaching the goal. I think. So Ingot, are you? Wait, hold on. Did they say anything? Oh no. Ingot's gonna make it shiner. He's gonna scream corruption again. Oh no. All right, Cowabunga it is then.
You're gonna die.
Oh wait, for some reason. Oh wait, no, you did your second one. That's right. All right, make the highest saving throw you've got again, my friend.
Spike's just gonna yell out, "Stop saying that word!"
12. That will. Oh, hold on. That's the wrong thing. 10. That will fail. You will take 2d4 plus 5 astral damage. And oh boy, I need to make a roll for something. Ingot, you take 13 points of astral damage. And let's roll for a couple perception checks. Thank you, Tito, for the 2 subs. You're the best. Appreciate you, buddy. I think that, yeah, that is enough to hit the goal. All right, we're gonna do a D100 as a 1. Oh dear God. We're gonna be here for a moment, guys. We're gonna be here for a moment. As discovered in another campaign, as Ingot begins to consistently say the likes of the words, thank you, patron, for the 5 gifted subs. But all I'm gonna say is, it's not gonna save you from what's to come in a minute.
I tried.
Yeah. As you begin to say the corruption again, and then it was also said 2 more times in the camp, you guys will all begin to notice as the Aurora Borealis in the sky begins to surge once more, and it begins to brew with power, and you all hear a voice into your heads. For you all, it's an unfamiliar one, but for those who've watched the other campaigns, you know this all too well.
Well then, little Lycan, and if you really just wanted us to show up further and faster, then all you had to do was ask. Let us show them a taste of our power!
Oh no. Shiny? And you see as the entire area around begins to slowly start coursing with more and more of an astral lights. The clouds above begin to turn purple and the fog around turns green, signaling the likes of the corruption. Oh boy, we're gonna add this to the battle map. One moment, and we're gonna add this to the battle map. All right, 40.
You know how I said earlier we didn't have to run that fast?
Oh boy.
We gotta go. Go.
Remember earlier when I yelled, "Don't do it," and you did it?
Oh man. All right, 1 second.
3 times.
1 second. You think this is it? Hold on. Hopefully this works. You guys see as one. Did it load? Team lag? No. That's not the one I want. Not that one. I want this one. I want this one. Yeah, that's the one. All right. Let's see how bad it is. D4 plus 5. Let's hope for a 1. Jesus Christ, that is a maximum of 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh God! Here we go. Here we McFucking go. All right, I'm gonna just roll for initiative for all these guys, and we're gonna hope for the best, my friends. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, well, Ingot, you still have your action if you want to do anything. If you want to, if you want to do something. Because you only just said the word, that's just saying and speaking.
Oh, what the hell did I get back to?
Attack the wolf. Alright, make an attack roll with the wolf.
Bad.
Someone fucked up.
30 d20s going on.
Oh god, here we go.
Why did we? Why?
Yeah.
I'm
Because you were
sorry,
hungry.
guys. I'm sorry.
No. Let's be clear. It's not your fault. We could have handled the wolves.
It's his
Yeah.
fault for just rushing in, though.
There's
fucking
another
Ingot.
specific person.
Well,
Okay,
we don't got
wasn't-
time to argue on whose fault it is. We got a
no,
bunch of
I knew
hungry
it- I
gnolls
knew
and
it was
wolves
dumb.
ready to
I
kill.
just know Zephyr's hungry.
Alright, so attack
I'm
roll with the
sorry.
longsword. A 6 will miss sadly as it goes flying wide. That said, that is Ingot's action. You have a bonus action. I don't think you can really do anything as a bonus action. If you want to switch sword stances, you can, but I think right now you're in the +1 sword stance, if I'm not mistaken. So, Ingot, is that your turn, or you got anything else for us? Oh boy. Well, all you gotta do is just survive to this. Ah, Jesus Christ!
How did this turn out for everyone else?
Yes.
Remember, guys, you can use the disengage action to go out of combat without provoking attack of opportunity.
Hey man, thanks for the tip.
You know,
Rules
I
of
like
nature.
food, but this is a bit too much food.
I mean, deadass, if you get, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna monetize it. If I get 3 gifted subs, I'll play Rules of Nature in this fight for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
3 different subs, you say? Do my 5 from earlier count?
Sadly, no, but I just want to see how much Max really wants this. Alright, jokes aside, that said, next up, in initiative, Spike. What would you like to do?
Panic? That's what I want to do.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, I knew what I wanted to do, but now I don't fucking know what I want to fucking do. Okay. Think. Spike wants to fight this, but Spike knows that they can't win.
Granted, I will say, you only saw these individuals emerge. From what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be any more coming. Well, actually.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, intuition check. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, let's start off with
Spike-
that. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
All right, make a intelligence check, and you get to add expertise because you're a blood hunter, and you're built for this shit.
Yeah, this is my thing. Sorry, intelligence.
Yeah,
check.
just a straight intelligence check. Oh
Are
no!
you fucking shitting me? What the hell? This is my thing. It's literally my entire
Would
thing.
you?
Like,
Do
don't
you
have.
want me
Don't
to give you DM's inspiration to re-roll this?
I mean, it's
Because
just an
this is
intuition
the first
check.
time we're seeing
actually,
anything
Honestly-
advantage on intelligence checks when it's with
Not
the
for
corruption.
intuition checks. Oh. Oh.
It's my blood hunter thing.
Well, I kind of give you. So here's what I say. Here's what I say, Spike. So I always give you expertise because you're a blood hunter and you're built for these situations, rather than just a straight roll
Okay.
like Amos or proficiency. That's kind of how I've been ruling it or whatever. The advantage thing is more for like history checks. It's not really an intuition check, you know. So it would have been a 4, so 2 plus 4, like a 6, but it's not really gonna help out here. Ah, boy. Well, Spike, you still got the rest of
Oh,
your turn.
actually, I can add my. I have a D6 inspiration. I'm gonna add that. That can
Alright.
fucking help.
6 plus a D6. Let's see what you got. Max Fish, goddammit, he did it. He wanted it. 6 plus 6, that is a total of 12. Who would you like to identify as you succeed on your intuition check? I'm gonna go do a YouTube search real quick.
I guess the one that's right in front of me. Well, I mean,
I'm not worried about
I-
that wolf.
Yeah, that's true. Because I do understand. Like, do I understand that all the other enemies that just showed up are corruption enemies?
Oh, most definitely. They are coursing with an
Okay.
astral light, and they're hungry.
Okay. Christ, I don't even know what to ask for this. Yeah, I guess I'll just do the one that's right in front of me.
All right, for the wolf then. All right. So with that, it's not too much. It's pretty much the same stat block as the normal wolf, except for its AC is 18 at the moment from the normal 15. Also, this individual is dead laser focused on hurting Ingot, and it will probably attack no one until Ingot is dead or it dies. On top of that, it has been afflicted with the trait corruption, which you'd have to spend another thing, but basically it means that you can't really reason with this guy.
Okay.
That's
Alright,
it. That is your intuition check. You got your whole action, bonus action, and movement. What else you got for us?
Yeah, I'll swing at the wolf in front of me. As I yell out, "We gotta get out of here! We gotta get out of here!"
13 points of damage, a 25 to hit. Also, make sure to add the Crimson Red of the Putrid on top of that as you swing forth, dealing the 13, bludgeoning him to near death. 3 points, it all adds up. As you strike forth, you see as bits of the corruption is slowly almost purified from it as you destroy it and smash over and over again with the maul. The eye upon the maul also begins to shine out, almost brewing and with this strange purple light. That said, is that your turn?
With that one dead, so
it's not dead. It is not dead.
Oh, it's not dead.
No.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and the other thing that you learned with your intuition check is that this wolf has more health now. It has a total of 22 rather than the normal wolves of 11.
No, she can't run. She's ran too much. She can't run again. And everybody's in combat, but she's still gonna yell out, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." And that's the end of my turn.
All right, well, let's see if you can get the fuck out of here. But first off, it's the corruption's turn. All right, this individual is going to dash forth. It can't get too far, so it's going to dash over to the likes of Myra, and that's its turn over here. This wolf over off to the side is going to attack Amos with advantage because you recklessly attacked. It will try to bite you down and tear you, or tear the wolf gang apart. All right, bite attack.
Like to see him try.
Like to see him try. 15, it'll hit, but it's only 3 points of damage to you as you're able to shrug off the other piercing. You succeed your strength saving throw, and you are knocked prone any longer. That said, that is their turn. No witherling over here. All right, this individual is going to be a lot of dashing, most likely. Yeah, 30 feet up here. He's going to dash to the likes of Amethyst, and he's going to try to jump up and try to climb the. Actually, oh wait, actually, they don't give a fuck about. Oh wait, no, but you're a part of it now. So now they don't want to hurt you anymore. But they will hurt you, Amethyst. They will hurt you with disadvantage. They will try to strike, at you up at the tree, trying to club you to death. This is going to be disadvantage. That is a 10. That will miss as it swings and goes flying wide. All right, no effect there. Next up over here, this individual is going to target the likes of whoever it can get closest to. It'll get close enough to Myra, and it'll try to strike at her once more. Bite it, or it's going to be a bite attack and a club attack coming towards you. Oh boy.
Did I get hit by the first one? I didn't even get to see.
Nah, you didn't. He just dashed it over, and then he had to use his action to dash closer. A 9 will miss as he tries to bite towards you. However, he will then, after missing, he will try to use the club and try to aim for the antlers to break them entirely. Club attack. 19 to hit, 3 points. It does chip off a little bit of it, but you're able to shrug off a majority of the damage. All right, that is its turn over here. Next up is the other Knoll Witherling over here. Oh my god, there's so many of them. This one is going to dash over to the likes of Ingot, and it will sprint with a little, or with almost a thrill and excitement as it tries to jump over and pounce upon you with its action. First, this thing is going to be a bite attack. That'll be a 9, that will miss entirely. 12 with a club attack, so it bites down onto Ingot. However, Ingot, you're not even like aware of the fact that it's even really biting you. You look over off to the side like, oh, there it is, but it doesn't seem to phase you in the least bit. All right, it's biting and clubbing, but that is its turn. Next up with the wolves, that one's dead. This one over here is the final Knoll Witherling. It's going to dash closest person that it can get to. It'll just be out of range from Myra, so it has to use its action to dash. That is its turn. Wolf off to the... Yep, seems to be so. Wolf over here is going to attack the likes of Amos, because you're the closest one, and because you attacked him before. Bite attack with advantage. That's going to be a 12. It will miss. Do you just flex him off?
I kind of like bitch slap him, backhand him.
Hell yeah, as you do, you see as he goes skittering off on the ice, and that is that. Knoll Witherling for final individual's turn. All right. As this happens, you'll see as this guy will start sprinting off. Who's the closest individual is pretty much spiking. Actually, it might be even Zephyr. 40 feet. Nah, it's Ingot actually. It's Ingot and Spike. All right, this guy's going to use his action to dash and corner the likes of Spike and Ingot and prevent them from moving anywhere. Oh boy. Okay. There are a lot of players on this field at the moment. There are a lot of players right now.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, we'll see what happens with this. Oh goodness. One moment, please, if you will. This is about to get a little wacky and wild, if I may. Go ahead, Amos.
We've decided that we're gonna run away, right? We're not fighting 16 enemies.
Well, if I can convince the wolves to help us, you guys stop murdering them.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Well,
in fairness, I haven't killed a
We may
single
be able to
live
call
wolf.
a truce. A truce to kill and then to fight again. That'll be better.
well,
I've already killed enough of them.
we'll see what happens, but oh boy, I wish you the best of luck, old friend. All right. As you all find yourselves sort of surrounded, you look over and you see it more and more. It seems as if the horde doesn't stop, from the likes of the wolves to then the mechanical wolves growing in strength to even the likes of now these sort of corrupted gnoll-like creatures. And as this begins to happen, oh goodness, you look over off to the side. Ah, boy. As requested by Max Fish. You look over off to the side, and who's the most injured one? Zephyr. You see as one of your wounds are slowly healed over with this sort of shining light. Make a perception check for me, Zephyr.
Is Raiden
This
coming
isn't
to help
smell,
us?
is it?
It's not Raiden, but it's just fuck it. At this point, might as well just play the song.
It's not smell, is it? Can I smell?
Sure, make a
There's too
smell
much
check.
blood.
Make a smell check.
Yay!
With a
What
4,
the fuck is up?
you're not able
Man,
to really
I
see.
think the dice want me to die. The dice
Maybe.
want me to die.
Maybe, but you're not able to really see this individual, but you smell a sort of almost overwhelming divine sense from somewhere. And you begin to look over, and off in the distance you see this figure flying in the sky, wings flapping but shedding this sort of strange feathers. They seem to come into the fray like a miniature sun before you're able to make out their presence. And they begin to yell out and say something to the likes of you, Zephyr. And they say, oh boy, where is this one from afar? Hey! Y'all ain't looking a little good. Y'all need a little hand.
Aye. Maybe some beef jerky.
Alright, fair enough then. As this happens, you look over and you see a dark-skinned man with a sort of bushy black beard that is definitely graying over. Long dreadlocks graying with metal plates in them like Zephyr's, wearing this ragged, torn clothes with a trench coat that's grungy and ripped. However, despite their dirty-looking appearance, they have these two massive angelic wings sprouting out behind them, and an eye patch that seems to have something like a singular eye glowing fiercely and radiantly underneath. They wield two revolvers, and they're aiming both at the wolves, looking towards you for confirmation. As you see, oh boy, this individual from long, long ago. Ah, boy. That said, we'll see what happens as it begins to happen, or as you begin to yell out towards them. They'll roll for initiative, and they are going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level to assist you as much as they possibly can. Oh, actually, nope, they already used their action or bonus action to heal, so they're going to use a Sacred Flame instead. All right. That said, we'll hope for the best. All right, Sacred Shot from this guy. 8 points of damage. And dexterity save and throw. The wolf will fail, taking a total of 8 points of damage as they will drop down onto the ground, still again sort of coursing with this sort of strange radiant light. And that is, they'll move up a little bit, flying over here, and that is their turn for the time being. That said, Amethyst, you receive initiative. What would you like to do as you see all this sort of playing out, unsure of what to exactly look for, because you see as all these sort of corrupted gnolls are sort of swarming amongst your position, now angels are sort of apparently approaching and more. What would you like to do, my friend?
Okay, okay, this shit's getting really fucking weird, guys. Yes. How far are these gnolls from me?
They are only 20 feet down below you.
Okay, 20 feet. Darn, okay, that doesn't work.
So 5.
For clarification, do I have a climbing speed then?
Yeah, you do.
Climb up there? Okay, okay. I'm gonna do something incredibly scuffed. And stupid probably. So I want to.
I like stupid.
Yeah, me too. I want to climb down the tree until basically these gnolls here and this wolf by proxy is within 15 feet of me.
Easy enough. It's just a climb a little bit down. All right.
Yeah. I just want to kind of angle this way, and I am going to put my hands together, and I'm going to burning hands in this direction. So I don't hit Spike, and so I can hit everyone else.
That said, roll for burning hands, and let's see as you bring and turn up the heat. Oh man, Max is freaking the fuck out in chat because he knows who that individual is. Oh man.
He's not appearing on my screen for some reason.
Oh, I gotcha.
If he has a token, I can see it.
Over
there it is. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, this is how you do that. Okay, this is a very janky way to do this, but I
It's a little wacky, but you get used to it. That said, a total of 4 points a day. Oh my god! Yo, what the fuck?
I just want us to die, man.
Well, they did fail. They failed. They all failed. They took 4 points of damage. I said it's just you unleash the fire and it strikes them. It burns their form. However, it's not able to do as much damage as you anticipated, but it does do a little bit. It does do a little bit.
Well, that's the way to do it. All right. Then with the rest of my movement and my bonus action, I'm climbing like all the way up as far as I can up the tree.
All right, you got it. That is Amethyst's turn. Myra, who is surrounded off to the side, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick intuition check on these guys. What do I roll?
For you, you make a wisdom check, and you're not proficient. Yeah, just straight wisdom.
No. Of course.
All right, that is a 14. That is enough. What are you trying to learn from these creatures? They don't really have any specific abilities.
How much HP?
11.
Hello?
11. You must have cut out.
Oh, okay.
Or I must have cut out, one or the other.
That's actually not that much.
All right.
For the first time, for the first swing, target this individual.
All right. You bring the legs of the scythe and try to strike it forth, embedding it into the creature. Make an attack roll, and let's see what you've got. All right.
Why do I only have a +3 to this? God dang it.
Hold on. It might be glitched. Let me fix it. Scythe. Are you not proficient with it? Does it use your strength? It uses your strength. That's why. You're not a strong character.
I use my dex. Oh no.
No, not a scythe, not a big boy scythe.
Can I read that?
I'll tell you what, Myra. I'll give you a bone. I'll give you a bone. So I'll tell you this. It'll do a little bit less damage. It'll definitely do a little bit less damage, but you'll at least be able to do something with your dex rather than your strength. All right, dexterity. Here, we'll change that to a D8. And all right, make an attack roll for me now.
How much did it do originally?
It did a D12 plus your strength modifier. It's basically a reflavored great axe. Now, granted, the only reason I'm giving you a bone in this case is because it's literally your packed weapon, so you probably would have, you know, picked something that you could actually use the most proficiently. Did you make your attack roll?
I'm trying. I keep forgetting the target.
There you go. 11 will sadly miss. You swing forth, however, or the creature's able to duck below it, just barely, or as it barely whiffs over. That said, is that your turn, or you got anything else for us?
I'm gonna double up on my form of dread.
Oh boy, I don't think you can use form of dread. Oh yeah, you can. If you want to get the temp HP back, you can.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
All right, so cast form of dread once more, and as this happens, it'll roll a D10 plus your warlock level upon doing so. All right, 8.
Why?
Oh boy, hold on, damage you. We're gonna give you 8 more HP back up. All right, that said, Myra, that is your action and bonus action as you begin to unleash further with this sort of form of dread. More and more of the flames begin to brew, and also your form becomes even more elongated off the sorts. Is that your turn then?
Yes.
All right, that said, and next up initiative. Here we go with this. Zephyr, you receive initiative, and you look to see this sort of strange angelic looking man sort of flying high that seemed to have healed you. Hold up 1 second. I never got to roll for it. He healed you at 2nd level. He is going to hit you with this. Where you at? Boot. Boot. And he's gonna cast that second. Assume spell slot. All right, you gain 11 HP, buddy, as he heals you forth and some of your wounds begin to close. For some reason, nah, it's gonna double over. I don't know why it's lagging for it. It's so weird. But it's gonna give you another 11 HP in the future, but for now you're fine.
Okay, just remember 18.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it right now. I have to. I'm going to cast another Thunder Wave.
Oh, I guess I probably should. All right, casting another Thunder Wave. Go for it.
Am I able to turn this diagonal? Is my question.
However it is on Foundry, like the way the grid is, that's kind of how it's the spell is. Where is? Ow. Also,
are you trying to not cast Venus?
Yeah, I was hoping to catch that one in the middle.
Is that what the? Okay.
I could.
The wolf on the left is fine.
Maybe I can do this.
Okay, so there are 2 options that I can do. I can either capture 4 of them and you included, or just the big wolf and the small wolf below it.
I mean, you're gonna try and push them away.
Yeah.
Owl?
Not owl. They're actually a bird, but the closest thing that we used before in the past was a owl stat block. But they're in fact a songbird.
I mean, like, to very quickly look at this. I want to try and kill that big, wolf. If I do, I'd have to move up, and then that would cause an attack of opportunity. Do you have anything else that would cause damage? Because moving them away wouldn't.
I mean, you
have smite.
I got smite, yeah, but that's not going to take away the mass of all the different ones. Like, I'm hoping by chance, if the dice actually want to listen, I could kill all of them straight away, maybe not the big wolf. I don't know if I could always push it towards
you're betting a lot on dice.
You got to make a decision.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do what you wish. Do what you wish. Honestly, it's like Amos can still move. He can take attacks. You know.
Honestly, to take away of more attacks, I am sorry. Okay, I accidentally went out of it, but yeah. Don't hate me.
All right.
The fuck?
Oh my god! Oh.
Why?
Constitution saving throw. He will fail. This one will succeed. This one will fail. This one will also fail. They do take 4 points of damage. The Winter Wolf, however, succeeds and only takes the 2. Unfortunately, they are, no, it's actually not all bad because those who failed in this case are actually blown backwards. So, that said, how far backwards are they blown from the Thunder Wave, if I remember right? It's like 10 feet? Could be wrong.
I think so. Let me check again.
10 feet away. All right, so this individual is going to be blown 10 feet away from you. This one's going to be blown 10 feet away from you into the tree. This one's going to be blown 10 feet away from the area. It's going to crash into Myra and then just land here.
Can I just be? Yeah, okay.
All right,
can I be into the lamb? I'm greedy.
And that said,
No, you actually have the right idea.
Amos and the Winter Wolves are still standing strong. No effect. All right.
And okay. Move up here.
Got some twig in my beard with that one.
Alright. And damn, you're not looking too good. You guys are gonna need a bit of healing.
I can't do anything, man. I could use Divine's favor. Here, let's use Divine Favor. No, I got no first levels. Okay, that's all.
Who's injured? Oh boy. People are looking worse for wear, but oh god, we'll have to figure that out in a moment. All right, Zephyr, if that is your turn, no Witherling's turns up. He is going to start dashing into the fray. 30 feet, he can't get close enough, so he's gonna just dash over here to the likes of Ingot. That's his turn. Wolf over here is dead. We can delete him. Wolf over here is still alive. He's going to rush back forth to the likes of Amos and try to strike towards him. Did you make a reckless attack earlier, or?
This turn, no.
Oh wait.
No, it's until my next. It's until my next turn.
I think.
So he still gets advantage.
Oh, okay. So attack roll, bite attack. 20 will hit, 6 points of damage. Returning to 3. Make a strength saving throw, Amos. 24. Yeah, as soon as these sort of bites that are going across you, nothing to you. You're able to shrug them off blow by blow. Next wolf is going to be their turn. They are going to try to bite down on Ingot once more. They're barely sort of limping and standing, but they'll try to finish this guy off, or try to. But ugh. All right, wolf will attack. He will make a bite attack with advantage, with advantage because these are part of the corruption now. It will miss regardless with an 11. He tries to bite down, but he's not able to make enough purchase onto Ingot to even think or feel any of the bits of pain. All right, Shiler's turn. Okay, he is going to send forth. Who's next in initiative? Amos. All right. You'll see as the individual with the sort of one eye. The eye will begin to shine, and he'll point it towards one of you and say, "Shiloh, give that fellow a hand over there." And he's going to send her over here to give you the help action, Amos, and you get advantage on your next strike, so you don't have to reckless.
Oh.
All right.
Does the bird like land on me or like around me?
So you see a tiny little songbird, similar to in their art. I guess I'll just pull it up again. Boop. Kind of on their hand, and you see as it just begins to sort of flap its wings before immediately sort of pecking you, and you get coursed with this sort of not unholy, but this sort of holy divine radiance and power to guide your strike. All right, that's their turn. That's all they're gonna do. Okay, next up in
What
initiative.
sweetie.
She likes it. That said, the Winter Wolf's turn. Honestly, you guys all piss this guy off. You'll see as he begins to immediately breathe in all of this sort of snow energy around, and he unleashes it forth to the likes directly into Zephyr and this strange individual's form. He's gonna use cold breath upon both of you. Target somebody? I guess I'll target you. And then.
Right.
Did that work?
What was that thing? Absorb elements?
All right, it's gonna be in a 15-foot cone, so both of you two will be hit. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, and you're gonna take 4d8 damage.
I will use reaction absorb elements as well.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
What am I making this?
Dexterity check or a saving throw, excuse me.
Can I use my D8 inspiration on top of that?
Yes, you may.
What saving throw is this, by the way?
You just made it. Wait, what?
Wait, what? Yeah. No, yeah. No, I was meaning like number 5.
Oh, you have no idea what the DC is, but 8 plus 8, 16, that will be enough to succeed. And between you and this individual, you guys are able to take the likes of half damage, so you take a total of 9.
And I take half of that because of the absorb elements, and I store that for my next attack.
That means you only take a total of 4. All right. As this happens, you hold your hand down, you begin to absorb all the likes of the cold as it begins to seep into your veins. All right, Zephyr, that is the Winter Wolf's turn. No Withering, he's gonna do this over here. He is going to dash off into the side. Yeah, you're the closest one. He's gonna attack this individual. And as this happens, as he begins to sort of reach out and try to club this individual to death, you'll see his eye begins, or he'll unleash this sort of eye patch below, and you will see in there a hole on this sort of where the eye is. It seems to be completely sort of destroyed, but instead kind of resides the eye as a holy symbol itself to whatever the fuck. As it happens and shines, he will give this individual disadvantage on his attack roll, as he's going to use Warding Flare. All right, attack roll towards this guy, disadvantage for the bite. Boop. 16 still will hit anyways. Unfortunate. Always hated that damn thing. Club attack. That is gonna be attack roll towards him. Another 16 will hit. Another 4 points of damage as he's bludgeoned and bitten down. However, he's still standing strong. And you look over as he's getting ready to grab the secondary revolver and shoot this individual directly square in the face and blow their brains out. All right, that is that. No Withling's turn over here. He's gonna dash over off to the side, and you're the closest person. Or actually. Yeah. He's gonna still attack this guy as well. He's gonna make 2 attack rolls towards him. All right, features. Bite attack. 7 will miss. 15 will hit for a total of 6 points of damage as he's being bludgeoned and clubbed. However, he's still remaining strong. Fucking hair in my mouth. All right. His turn. All right, here's what he's gonna do. What's the range on this? Oh god, he hasn't done this in a while. Oh boy, where the hell is the ability? Yeah, this one. Is it 30 feet? Yeah, it's 30 feet. Okay. He is going to fly over here, and he'll just look over towards Zephyr and say, "You're gonna want to duck if I were you. I would duck if I were you." And as he flies over, he's gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity, obviously. He's gonna try to avoid the wolf as well. All right, bite attack. Natural 20 will hit for 8 points of damage. Nothing good. I'll have to do it. Bite attack once more. 6 will miss. And as this happens, you'll see as his eye will begin to shine out and his holy revolvers will begin to slowly shine out. and immediately he will just quick draw fire each and every single one of them towards all enemies within 30 feet of their areas. He is going to use Radiance of Dawn. Oh boy, 30 feet. That is going to be in an area around all of you guys. This is going to be rough for them. 30 feet, about right here. That's going to get a lot of enemies. All right, I'm going to need to make a couple of Constitution saving throws for each and every last one of them, as they are going to take 2d10 plus their cleric level in damage and radiant damage. 24 points of damage. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, the fucking ability.
And say, why do you get all of the good rolls?
Hey, I don't know, fucking Messiah always had good damn rolls for whatever reason. This ability's fucking crazy. Alright, Constitution saving throws. We're gonna just, we're gonna speed this up because I don't want this to take too long. We're gonna make a general roll for all the gnolls, and then we're gonna do another one for all the wolves. Alright, so if this one fails, they all fail. 14 plus... That's going to be a total of 15, which will still fail DC 17. So that means all of the gnolls in this area are going to take a total of 24 points of damage and falter, as each and every single one of them are blasted with these holy bullets and more before almost singeing with this sort of righteous fury. As that guy is dead, that guy is dead, that guy is dead. This one, hold on, move this guy. Yep, they're still caught in it. They are dead. This one, they are also dead. This one is dead. This one is dead as well. All right, time for the wolves to see what happens. All right, attributes. Constitution saving throw. Not that. What are you doing?
Does the wolf count?
They have different stats, so probably not. 8 plus. No, it's not gonna happen. They are going to take a total of 24 points of damage. Jesus Christ. Yep, they are also fucking dead. Winter wolf or wolves over here, they will take another Constitution saving throw. This for all the wolves. They will fail within that one, and they will all perish in this fray. These two gnolls will be alive, but that is it for them. This one is dead. This one is dead. This one is also dead, and they are all dead off to the side here. Same thing with this one. At this point, you look over as he begins to fire and has to sort of reload each and every single one of the bullets, and immediately just unleashes this sort of holy fury amongst all of them. That said, if you're running, you may want to get going now, while before more of them begin to come. That said, he will then use his bonus action to healing word, the likes of probably. And yeah, you still seem to be worse for wear. Just Zephyr, that's his turn. All right. That said, while this is happening, Amos, you still see as there are a couple of gnolls off to the side that seem to be dealing with the likes of Ingot, Spike, and Amethyst, preventing their escape. What would you like to do in this moment in time?
Amos is going to... he's gonna go over, and he's gonna look at the gnoll witherling, and very importantly, he is going to look and do an intuition check on... No, it's dead. He's going to do an intuition check on the gnoll witherling, and he knows that gnolls are demonic. Like, that's something that he already knows, I would think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd know that. But these are obviously very different. He wants to know specifically if whatever is affecting them is worse than the demonic essence.
Worse than the... Oh, yeah, okay. Make an intuition check for that. So that is wisdom for you. Wisdom, 11. That will be enough. From your brief and recent sort of experience with these individuals, of them slowly corrupting, you trying to get an entire sense of them. They seem to definitely be a lot more dangerous, especially with the way Spike is sort of reacting to them. Probably way more vile and dangerous than the likes of just a simple demon. Because this is a demon with this sort of corruption built up amongst them as well. This is a foul source.
Amos is gonna look over to Spike, look in the eyes, and just think about, the demonic energies that he's faced so long, and something might actually be supplanting that, even just for a second. and he looks to the no weatherling, and a feeling he hasn't felt for a while bubbles up a little. And Ingot, I think, could hear it, but I don't think Spike would be able to. You just hear him kind of mumble, kill, maim, and he's going to attack the no weatherling. He's going to. I actually do the help action, so I don't need to recklessly attack. But he's going to also do the grey weapon attack for minus. So it's a +1, but it's plus into damage.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, that is nat 20. That said, roll some damage for me. You say you do a +10 to this already?
That is 25. So that's 25.
Plus your rage
plus
damage, which
2
is
from
rage. 27.
Plus 2 from rage damage. Plus 1d6 plus my, I forgot the plus, to my my barbarian level for divine fury.
I know you just
so that's
want to see the
another
damage.
6 damage. And is there anything more? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
There probably is, but I can't remember.
How do you want to literally overkill them 3 times over with one single strike?
He is just going to take his sword like a golf club and is just gonna right in the family jewels.
Yeah.
And he's looking to completely bisect it.
Yeah, not even just a bisect. As they begin to become split in half entirely, they immediately shatter out with an astral light, and they are consumed by this frozen mist, and they are forgotten from this realm. They are more than dead, my friend. Good stuff, Amos. That's your action. Anything else? Oh, go ahead.
Action. I'm going to move 5 feet, and as a bonus action, because of Great Weapon Master, I can make another attack.
Oh yeah, because you crit.
Against the Otherling.
Oh my god.
And as well, I brought him to 1 HP, but it's same thing. So that is another Great Weapon Master move.
Go for it. Make another attack roll.
And I'll do that with advantage because I'll use Reckless Attack.
All right.
On this target, sorry. God, I keep forgetting to do that.
All good, all good. You bring the sword force, bisecting the first null in half. Second one, let's see what you got. Oh my god, he's cracked! That's another nat 20!
Good lord.
He's just so angry he's had his
Holy shit!
That is...
Spike is impressed.
Plus, that's 34 damage. Plus, it doesn't get the Divine Fury again.
No, it's only the first one.
You see him. Okay, now you see him. You see the null. What happened to the null body before?
It basically froze over in an astral light and exploded.
Can we retcon that slightly to him going into the air?
Sure.
As it goes into the air, he readies it like a baseball bat again. Strike! And he's going to home run the knoll body right into the withering knoll.
As it happens, they both begin to collide with one another. As it strikes into them, they both begin to shatter out in this sort of astral light. And they drop down both, dead and defeated. That said, Amos, as the final kill, they are no longer living with 2 natural 20s. And this combat is over. Alrighty, my friends. You look and see as you all begin to hear a strange sort of voice enter the legs of your head, similar to the one before, and you hear... Oh goodness, where is it? Almost lost it.
Well, fine. Your ways will be corrupted one way or another. You only have several minutes, several hours even. Only some of you know. But we'll have to find out later.
That said, you know exactly who they're speaking to, but regardless, initiative is over, combat is done. The astral light and the mist begins to slowly dissipate before you. You look over.
Immediately.
What would you like to do?
You see Amos, like, just giggling sadistically with the sword still in his hand. And he kind of like gets himself calmed down a little, he's going to run over, grab like 2 of the wolf bodies, and is just gonna run over to like the direction that we're gonna be running. But as he does, he passes by Spike and just very quickly, truce.
I'll grab one. Oh, did you say choose or truce?
Truce. Truce. Truce.
Fine, whatever. And she'll turn around and
You're good back
kind of jump up and like climb up real quick on the tree, grab Amethyst. Come on, we're getting out of here, and start just running
Being said,
where we were heading.
alright, so you're grabbing Amethyst and you're grabbing a wolf, or what are you doing, Spike?
Well, I misunderstood what Amos said, so I'm not grabbing a wolf. I'm just grabbing Amethyst and running.
Alright. Amethyst, do you just let Spike take you?
Yeah, I'll climb down the trees though. She can actually grab me.
Easy enough.
Well, my climbing speed is equal to my walking speed because I'm that much of an athlete.
Damn!
Fair enough, alright.
Oh,
Just
man.
Zephyr just looks like he's about to drop his sword or his halberd. He just, Ingot, help me with this one. He'll just grab the leg of the winter wolf.
We're eating good tonight, Zippy.
Ingot, please, we need actual food. Not.
You sure you got time for all that?
I need it. What's your name? Oh Jesus! He's going to try and drag it.
We'll talk about that later. Here, let's get the hell out of here first, and then we'll talk. Here, you need a hand? He'll point. Look over to the wolves.
Myra, please.
Turns Amos 1 turns to Myra. You're the alpha now. She'll sort these ones out. And he turns to their savior and just like calmly says, "You saved us. Our lives. We owe you everything. Thank you. But thanks, sir, for later."
You owe me nothing. Just make sure you get yourself safe. You're fine. Come on. Let's get going. Grab whatever the hell you need. We need to get the hell out of here before that starts pulsing once more, and he'll point to the sky.
Yeah, Amos is gonna run.
Easy
He has
enough.
everything he needs.
Make a perception check, Amos, as he begins to point.
Go ahead, I will. 17.
17. You look over towards him, and as you're able to get a little bit of a closer look, though he's an older individual like yourself, you're definitely older than him for sure. But like you guys are kind of on that same sort of department. The thing is though, his skin, it's not really normal. Though it glows with this sort of holy radiance, it seems almost, how do you say, deteriorated and strange, like bits of it sort of missing and more kind of
Not how.
to explain it out of game, nowhere near to the extent, but kind of like how Navro's was, but nowhere near to the extent.
That's what I was going.
Yeah.
Okay.
But regardless, you grab
Would I
whatever
be
you
able to
need
get
and then you sprint
a
off.
sense?
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to ask, would I be able to make some kind of religion check to see, because he seems pretty religious, you know, wings and everything. Would I be able to know if he's connected to a god, and if so, which god maybe?
Sure. Make a religion check for me.
Religion. My
6. I mean, granted the fact that they are an angel, you at least know a little bit. There are certain angelic humanoids out there in the world, especially in Leonios. You've seen and heard many stories of them. What god they probably worship or they're from, that's a little bit harder of a thing to see. I mean, it's light, or keep in mind, their entire form is shining right now. It's light imbued and everything. And literally, maybe the sun god Heliod, who knows? Could be anybody, to be fair. But
Okay.
so
And
Ingrid's
just to
grabbing the
make sure that I remembered, what did Spike say in response to Amos wanting a truce?
Basically just like she's scared at the moment, as you haven't really seen her being actually scared. So she's like, oh, whatever, like we'll deal with that later. She just wants to get everyone to safety. So she kind of said like, sure, whatever.
Right. That said, Ingrid, you
How
grab the
many
likes of the
wolves can I
mechanical wolf,
carry,
and then you also carry the likes of the other sort of corrupted mechanical wolf, right? Yeah. Okay. So you grab 2 of them. You'd probably only be able to handle like 2 at a time. Not necessarily because of like strength, like it's too heavy. It's more of you only have 2 hands, you know, and you can only have 2 shoulders. All right. That said, you all begin to sprint off the side, and I'm assuming you're charging to the likes of wherever the hell you possibly could.
Well, towards
the ship.
Towards the ship?
The ship, yeah.
Okay, that's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yep.
All right, so if that's the case, you all begin to travel, dashing, for what seems to be several minutes, trying to not sort of lose pace, sprinting for as much as you can until eventually you see the legs of a massive, not necessarily an ocean, but a massive sort of river off to the side. From up ahead, you see a sort of or more than destroyed ship. It seems to be completely ripped in 2. Bits of the wood has been completely broken, dilapidated, and more. Regardless, you all approach and see this area. Let's change maps.
Yeah.
Amos, you looking at this place, it definitely seems to be like a familiar one. Barrels and more that you remember scavenging, or like haphazardly just sort of picking up anything near you, and then immediately sprinting off to get out of the likes of what you believe to be Wintergale. But at this point, you're unsure of where you are. Regardless, as you all approach here... Oh, go ahead.
He still thinks he's in Leonios.
No, okay.
Like, weird stuff is happening, but he's surrounded by monsters, and Wintergale is the monster city.
Yeah.
So he's just, this must be par for the course.
Mm-hmm. Regardless, what do you say, and what do you all do as you approach this area?
Where to now?
You said the mountain?
Aye. But... Jesus, the ship's not gonna fix itself. Just... Let me get across the ocean. Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Think for a second. Do we have any kind of divine intervention? Do we have any clerics here? We could ask our god to help in a little way. Whatever the hell that thing is, it's a threat to everyone.
Zephyr, upon that, he's going to... Oh, sorry, but...
You'll see as the other individual begin to raise their hand. I am a cleric of that nature.
Interesting. To who?
It's very complicated. Very complicated.
Same.
Yeah. A story for another time, but fuck, what are they called? 1 second, brain DM here. I gotta remember what they're. A seraph, if you will.
You're a seraph. He would know what that is.
Well, not a seraph. I worship a seraph. Turned out to be my god.
I see. And do they have a degree in carpentry?
Well, no, I kind of always dealt with that at the house, but I mean, regardless, I mean, no, I don't think they do. But I mean, you ask for a little bit of a divine intervention, I can certainly try. But I never really got to that point before.
Please.
belong. And he's going to just bear they can just eat a liver, can't they? Livers you can eat.
I mean, anybody can eat a liver. Whether they should or not is a different question.
He's very hungry. He needs it to think. He's just going to stab the winter wolf, tear out its liver quickly, munch on it, and just start getting ready to just pray to Karanos.
Hardcore.
Liver.
Oh, yeah.
Vitamins.
Oh, God. Nope.
I've sailed the seas.
Oh God, it's all wrong. You're gonna get all types of food poisoning. Alright, goodness gracious.
Spike sees this and goes up and just like rips a chunk of meat off the wolf and just
dear
tears
Lord.
the fuck into it.
5 HP out of lay on hands and they'll be fine.
I don't know what that means, friend.
You will when you're older.
Good stuff.
Zephyr will just look back at the newcomer and is just we
Which
try
one?
just one so I'm not the new newcomer. Just let me do this. I just want to prove that I'm not worthless. He's going to mutter, growl, and chew on the liver and his. Your Honor, if you're listening, please. Let's use something of this ship. Let's get across this sea. Let's survive. Let's live. Let me not be worthless. Please.
That said, make a persuasion check as you make your faith check to Karanos, Zephyr.
Don't take it personally if they don't.
Yes, it's not shit for once.
21. Alright.
Should we use more DM inspiration or is...
I can get D10. Do you want to?
Yeah, because that might help all of us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He is the god of the storm, so he will help.
25.
25? That's a good Alright, that's a good number. 25, that is successful. You try to pray to the likes of Karanos, trying to gain their favor. You see as amongst this sort of aurora borealis, you watch as the sky begins to slowly gray further. You look as thunderclouds begin to slowly form. Thunder sort of emanating and more. Or you all begin to see as in your sort of glance, Zephyr, you look towards the materials, glancing up and down haphazardly, and immediately a surge of lightning begins to sort of form amongst your head and through your dreads. You gain a bolt of inspiration, a boon, a blessing from Karanos. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a long while. But you think from all the supplies and tools necessary that you maybe be able to build a boat, a small one, but a boat at least, to sail the likes of this ocean. You're going to need all hands on deck for this one, but it's possible.
It's going to just swallow down the last of the liver, his mouth coated in blood. He's going to turn around with them with confidence. Once more, desperate but confident. I need everyone. Okay, all the hands on deck. Put the supplies on the boat. Ingot, do the heavy lifting. Spike, get all the resources. Myra, scout out all the loose parts. New guy, carpenter. You're gonna help me put it together.
I can certainly try.
You're gonna weld bits together. Namas, we're gonna need more muscle than you can count on. Okay, no chit chat. Let's get this shit and survive.
Do we have any hammers? Oh, who left?
I got carpentry supplies.
Do we have a hammer? All right.
We do in fact have a very big hammer. Prepare to play in the summertime and like 2 times speed.
We lost an ingot. There we
Turn
go.
his back. It was Ingus. Okay.
Luckily, I have carpenter's tools.
Should I use my rage to get a advantage on our athletics check?
Yeah.
You just see him drop both wolves and just as he is now going to. Are there any is there anything I can use as a faux hammer?
Oh, sorry.
I'll use the flat end of my sword as a hammer.
I have carpenter's tools. I can share them around if anything, if that's loud.
He's going to dual wield hammers and just like
You
a drum.
see, without question, the individual begins to help you, assisting you immediately. But they will begin to, eventually their wings will begin to sort of go into themselves as all the feathers fade, and say, he'll look over and mention, you need me on carpenter duty immediately, or you need a little bit more healing. A lot of y'all look a little worse for wear. If anything happens and comes back to fight us again, I don't know if y'all be able to survive. Choice is yours.
I'm not sure if we're gonna survive the.
We can rest later. We need this now.
Alright, so be it. That said, you'll see as it will sort of whistle over and then send that same songbird as before, and they'll just basically start pouring guidance upon you, giving you D4s to help out with this. Alright, that said, so everyone, this is going to be a group challenge as you guys are all scavenging and getting ready and trying to build the likes of this ship in a brief moment of time. You're only having, who knows, minutes, hours, moments even. Everyone make a survival check. This is going to be an average group DC. Let's see what you guys got.
Did I use athletic?
Great.
Nah, you got to make a survival.
Would the fact that I have carpenter's tool and a sailor help, or no?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that one. Can you fit any in my rock bag?
If I'm in a rage, will that give me advantage, or?
No, that'll probably make it worse, to be honest. Okay. It'll make you feel better, but it'll probably make it worse out of game. You would not be able to fit the wolf in your bag? Well, it's a pretty big bag. Hold on, I'll roll a D100. Alright, fine. Yeah, you're able to fit one of the wolves in the bag, but that takes up like a majority because of the sheer volume of them. You're still probably able to fit a couple other things, but not much at all, you know. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So, Amos, what'd you get with your survival check?
I got a 19.
19, good stuff. Hold on, let me get the calculator out. Let's bring out the math. Alright, Zephyr, what about you?
18.
18, alright. Amethyst, what about you?
Question, can I use my Oracle's Insight to add to this?
Yes, you can.
Bet, because I never use it, so might as well use it now.
Let's go.
Alright,
Nice.
18.
18, nice. Alright, Spike, what'd you get?
16.
16, hot rolls. Alright, Myra, what about you?
You got this.
Yeah, Myra need a survival check. 18, you got it. Ooh, we got some good rolls coming in. Ingot, what about you? Yeah, survival check for me.
Got 6.
Got 6? Hey, that won't even matter too much because you guys got a lot of people to make up for. Alright, they'll roll a survival check. They're not the greatest at it, but they'll certainly try. 14 and not
What
bad.
about Mimir? He's got to fucking work too.
Yeah, okay. Alright, how do you
He lights up the area with his eyes so we can see better. Like,
alright, well, no, he can do a couple other things, but who tells Mimir to
Spare
do
hammer.
stuff? Who tells
I
Mimir
go over
to
to
do
the
stuff?
decapitated head, and I just, Mr. Head, could you do some heavy lifting with me?
He'll look at you dead in the face and then just You're a funny one.
Why are you laughing? This is a very serious matter, Mr. Head. come now, and I pick him up, and I'm.
Wait, what? No, no, no.
I'm just kidding.
Myra!
What can you do?
Myra, help! I don't.
I'm kind of tired of Mimir. I hand him.
Son of a bit. He looks. Mimir looks betrayed. Mimir looks betrayed at you. And is just like, alright, I guess I don't.
We're going on adventures,
I'm
Mr.
gonna
Head.
whisper
Come
to
on
him.
now, and I wrap him on my belt.
Son of a
Real quick,
bitch.
I'm gonna whisper before I hand him off. You should have told me what I wanted to know.
I
As I hand him off.
I'll fucking kill you. That son of
Hey,
a...
Why would you know?
we need you to get ahead of the competition.
He's gonna fucking
Let's
force
go,
push you,
Mr.
Zephyr. He's gonna force push you. It won't be able to do damage, but it's just like to crash into the ship a little bit. Like they sort of triple and that sort of thing. As he's sort of being taken by Amos off to the side. Alright. The fuck do you
I
want?
would name you George.
Name's not George, you fuck.
Yeah, we'll learn your name later. And what could Mimir do? He's gonna light up. He's gonna light up the thing as I start hammering away.
I didn't agree
He's
to
a
this.
lucky charm. He's a lucky charm. He's like a rabbit foot.
I didn't agree to this. I didn't agree. I wonder how Navro's fucking doing.
He has both facts in his head, so he's just like, no, it's supposed to be a bit denser down there. No, it's supposed to be more buoyant back there. No.
What?
That's
Between
why
the
the
legs of you.
Titanic
1,
sank.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Finn. Okay. Between the likes of you, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You guys are able to gather the likes of a total of 10 materials and 6 soul coins throughout the likes of it. A decent bit. Could have been more, but also could have been less. A lot less. At this point, Zephyr...
Can I use my DM's inspiration, actually, to somehow increase this result?
You'd probably
This is where we use it.
Yeah, you'd probably want to give it towards Ingot as he rolled a 6.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Ingot.
Well, he
for
didn't.
DM's
He didn't
inspiration.
even
can
roll
reroll.
a 6. He rolled a 2.
We rolled a 2 and then it added to
Yeah.
thing.
So anything's
So
fair.
yeah, Ingot can reroll now.
Alright, Ingot, make another survival check. 21.
There we go.
That's a lot better. Between the likes of that, you guys are able to get the likes of 14 materials and 8 soul coins. A lot better. Lot better. Or yeah, 8 soul coins. Yeah, 8 soul coins. I will add that to your inventory. You guys also have food, but you guys are going to need to... Well, you have the wolf corpses, but you're going to need to actually spend the time to start harvesting and skinning them to actually consume them and more. Granted, as you're able to sort of stop being peckish, but you're gonna actually need to cook these things if you want to get the food
he
resource.
just needed something. He just needed something to think, man. He just needed a Snickers, man.
Granted, you guys are at 0 out of 15 food, so if you do not eat this session, you guys will all be considered starving at the moment and start having to make Constitution saving throws against exhaustion. So it's not good. It is not good. Alright, so Ascent materials, you guys are at a total of 15. And then soul coins, you guys are at a total of, well, Spike gave the other one, so 8 soul coins. Boop. Alright, that said, at this point, you all look over, and while you're sort of building, you got all the materials laid in front of you. What do you do as you have a couple of moments before who knows what's to come?
We should have one more material.
More? Oh, whoops.
I should ask. We're trying to make a ship. We're trying to make like a raft of sorts, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or are we trying to rebuild the ship?
You're
To make sure.
Zephyr knows that you can't rebuild this ship. There's no way in hell that, because you would need every single wood piece, and considering the fact that things are frozen over, he wouldn't be surprised if there's wood far below the river, you know? So you're gonna make a smaller one out of the big one.
Would there be any lifeboats inside?
Lifeboats inside, they were already taken, my friend. Long gone.
Okay. Good thing to note. Okay.
Alright, that said. You guys have a bit of a moment, and
Are
at
there
this
any,
point, Zephyr, you're kind
any
of
food stock there?
food stocks. No, nothing that's like hasn't gone completely spoiled. All right. That said, you got Zephyr. I'd imagine you're kind of trying to like figure out the design of the ship, trying to sort of calculate in your head. Granted, you can speak and do stuff and ask questions if you will, but while this is happening, you guys are all waiting for Zephyr. What are you all doing?
I look at the coins that we found, and they're not gold, not silver, not even platinum or electrum. I go over. What are these? What nation uses this as currency?
Yeah. Well.
Hello?
Who are you referring? I think. Who are you asking this? Or are you just asking the
Just
entire
the
group?
group? Just the group.
If no one else responds.
He's essentially asking what the Aurora coins can do. Yeah.
If no one else responds, this individual who you don't know the name of will just say, "Oh, they weren't from where I was from originally. Well, they kind of just appear here now."
He looks at it, and can you tell that it's magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh no.
Why would money be magical?
I don't believe in money. I keep forgetting. Amos doesn't. It's not real. He'll just kind of
Start
flip it
making
around
armor.
in his. But yeah, no. Amos is going
Okay, I
to
got
just
you.
straight away start helping Zephyr with the layout of the ship.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to really
Because
help out with him. Help him out with this. This is like a job for Zephyr. If it wasn't for him, you guys would kind of be fucked right now because you wouldn't know how to build a ship. So, he's like he's gone full sailor mode trying to understand everything right now. He's not really like you can talk to him, but you know he's kind of busy or preoccupied.
He's he's still a bit hungry, so he's probably not going to talk. He does regret stuff, but he gets hangry way too easily.
I'm going to look at the ship then, and I'm going to see if the name of the ship is in any way carved into it, like on the mast or anything at all. Not on the mast, the front.
Looking over around, you kind of try to look and see to find much of anything, but eventually you're able to find the likes of the ship being named Providence. Doesn't ring a bell to you though.
Interesting. Since we have a little bit of time to burn, he's going to go over to Spike. And
real quick before you do so, Ingot, you are taking a short rest then, correct? Because if you want to start crafting armors and stuff like that, you can. If you don't want to take a short rest now, then you can just hold on to the materials for later and mark it down. But if you do want to like spend 45 minutes to try to rest as much as you can, then you can start trying. Go for it, Amos.
He's going to go over to Spike and just put out a hand. Listen, I know you have your difficulties with me, but maybe this is bigger than our sides. We can hold our grudges against each other later until whatever the hell that thing is gone and dead and can never hurt anyone anymore. I fought fiends for 30 years and nothing has ever been like that thing.
Told you I've seen evil. For real.
I had thought you'd meant fiends. I gravely apologize for my mistake. I am very, very sorry. If you do not find forgiveness in what I say, that is understandable.
Alright, my bad.
Sorry about that.
Nope, it was me. Don't worry about it.
Don't eat beans next time, for God's sake, or at least share with us.
I
The
mean,
thing's
I
hungry.
could share. I was gonna offer to cook for y'all, but y'all just wanted to start eating shit raw. My bad.
By the way, him saying Zephyr, not canon. He did not say
Oh
that.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right, you cook
Yeah.
food. I'll
Yeah.
cook. Do it.
Yeah.
No.
I asked you like 5 minutes ago.
I went to get Snickers. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Alright. A little bit. Alright. And preferences. You'll see as he... Alright, good enough for me. You'll see as he begins to start whipping out a fucking frying pan.
Yes.
Hey, what? Don't look at me like that. Stop. Okay, so maybe not everybody has a dagger when they sort of got brought into this thing. I mean, the first thing I had my fucking frying pan. What about it? Alright, god
It's an
damn it.
effective form of weaponry.
Had a crossbow.
I mean, it works.
It does. I don't think it's printed like that, but it works.
Oh man, but you'll just see as this individual begins to literally start cooking food as he's going to use the chef feat that he has. Oh boy.
Nice.
They said it wouldn't come into they said it would never be useful. They were
Chef
fucking
feat
wrong.
always comes into the fray. Come on. S tier.
Oh, yeah.
S tier.
You
Oh,
mean
man.
into the fry?
I hate it
Finn,
here.
you gotta stop one-upping me here. Come on.
That physically hurt. Like, I actually felt my life force fucking, like, leaving me. I took a
Felt your
D4
heart
of damage. I have lost... Hold on. I have lost 1 year of life.
Oh
But,
no!
Amos does continue. Oh. So, yes, if you do still find it in your heart like that, I understand.
Look. Judging a person before even, like, judging someone so fast, that says a lot about a person's character. And that's not something I'm gonna forget. There's a lot of shit going on right now, and an extra sword is definitely useful. And so, I mean, I'm not gonna kill you right now, but I definitely don't like you or trust you.
That's understandable. But I hope to see that change. You are an incredibly capable fighter, as you have so easily shown. And besides, and he flexes, you are as strong as I am. That is not an easy feat. Come, flex with me. He starts flexing.
And it just
Imagine
crosses
this.
her arms
Does
and like she just like is like not stealthily like she doesn't want to make it obvious, but she's kind of like pushing her biceps out.
Yeah.
To look bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
not flexing.
Make an athletics check, Spike. Same thing with you, Amos. Let's see who's stronger in this moment.
I am
Who
raging,
looks
so I
more
Do I
get
have
advantage.
Hey, do I have advantage for those ones?
Nah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
13. God damn, she's massive.
Yeah!
26 on athletics checks. Yeah, Amos, this is probably the strongest woman you've ever seen in your life. That is a fucking tank
I'm
right
in
there.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr will like look around, just like lip
Waiting
glossing.
for you.
Are they always like that? I mean, Alright. I'll just look over to Amethyst, just asking as you come back and return with the Lexer. You do find a bit of, actually a couple of dried herbs. It's hard to find, and it takes you like a decent amount of this sort of short rest, but nothing like, you're not like CSI investigating this thing. It's just kind of looking around what you see. So you're able to at least grab a couple.
Okay, how many uses did I get?
I'd probably say, I mean, considering the fact that it's in the snow, it's like really 2 at the most. Not much.
2 uses? I can live with that. That's 2 uses.
Alright. Alright, alright, food's done. Come here, come get some. Here, also before you... calm down! Man,
What the fuck? I have one question. Are you doing an Arthur Morgan impression?
No, it's his whatever the fuck his impression was.
He sounds exactly like Arthur Morgan. You do a very good Arthur Morgan impression.
He does, because, damn it, now that I think about it, because he's been through some shit, man. He's been through some shit.
Hey, will they all eat? Can I short rest?
Yeah, everybody at this point, you guys are going about it. You guys all gain the benefits of a short rest, so you can roll HP, and while you do so, anybody who eats, you gain. I gave you an extra 1 point of HP. He rolled very shitty on the extra D8 you get, but I mean, hey, it all adds up.
Hey, it works, right?
I didn't roll the dice.
I'm going to, during our, oh. That's the case.
Got a little bit of time left in the session. We're going over, but that's fine.
I get a short rest?
Oh, I'm going to
yeah.
short rest, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody gets a short rest after this. Like you're not doing, like, granted, you're like sort of pondering and thinking, you're letting your body and the adrenaline sort of calm down to the point where I could say that'd be fine.
Oh, okay.
I've been quiet for a while now. I've just been listening. Am I flock? Am I familiar seeing anything, by the way?
Besides this, no, not really. At the moment, your familiars would at least say that towards this sort of sphere that's around you, it is very much weakening and wavering. It's seeming to be on its last leg. So that is a thing that you would know.
I turn to them and I go, I knew the corruption was coming.
Make a high saving throw you've got.
Oh no, fuck off!
Oh my fucking god, dude. Someone hold Ingot's mouth shut. Someone hold
What's the
Ingot's
maximum
mouth shut,
damage
please.
this thing can do?
Oh, 2d4 plus 5. Well, first make the highest saving throw you've got. Oh my god. Kane's dying of laughter.
Oh my god.
That's a 2. Alright, Myra.
Use unscarred resilience.
What did you miss? Max, as soon as you came back, Myra said corruption again. Oh man, I love it here.
At this point, Spike is just like screaming, "Don't say that again! Why again? You're gonna kill us! You're
Well,
all
I guess I'm
gonna
gonna say
kill
some
us!"
stuff, but give me a second. I have to roll a d12.
D12? What do you mean?
Unscarred resilience to
Oh,
negate the
okay.
damage.
To negate. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. You get to also add your Constitution modifier.
Oh, is that also my con?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, +1. Add +1 to this.
Ooh, powerful. As this happens, you see as the astral light is slowly forming and freezing over you, Myra. However, you look over towards it, and you see as it begins to shatter and break, and you suffer no effect from it.
Even though I keep saying it, it can't hurt me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one,
Just
but I
ignore
mean,
it.
what the hell?
I've been tasked with something.
Yeah, I've been tasked with
I've
something
got to
too, but
consume the corruption. Find the weapon of Dindar.
Do I know who Dendar is?
Dander?
Nah.
Dandruff?
Dandy.
Arson?
Did I know that out of character or in character?
You know that
I
in
don't
character.
get what
You know that
weapon
in character
was.
as well.
The weapon that I thought of?
I can check my notes to see. I don't think you know the weapon. But I think you definitely know what it is. Like, you know, like, it's the weapon of Dindar is what you're looking for. You just, I'm checking. Mars plate, Mars pact, blah blah blah. Nope, you don't know what the weapon is.
Then I'm going to insight check the party real quick, see if anyone, when I said Dindar, other than
Hazard.
Lemire.
Has a reaction. All right, yeah, make an insight check. Everybody make a charisma check. Or actually, everybody doesn't need to make a charisma check. Everybody knows what it is. Spike, make a charisma check.
Beat that.
19.
No. Nope.
You know what it is?
As soon as you say the word Dindar, you notice as Spike begins to just sort of like, they look over towards you for a brief moment, or a faint sign of recognition as you eye them all down.
Would Amos know what Dendar is?
Nah. Realistically, no.
Okay.
Granted, hey, they're too obscure for even Amos to know. Like, even like dealing with that sort of nature.
Yeah, he would know about like the reincarnated pantheon.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Immediately gonna look at Spike and her wolf sausages. Immediately eye her down. Well, if I can, since I have no eye, I'm gonna skull her down.
Nice.
Dendar, you say?
No
How
one's
do you
left.
know Dendar?
I must find his, what was it, his last weapon?
Yeah.
His last weapon.
Huh.
Give him and bring him, was it him or the dragon? Or is he the same thing?
Same thing. The last Draconic Sage.
Yeah.
Not gonna say anything. Just gonna keep
Who told me this,
munching.
by the way? Was it the,
Good
It was
luck
the
to you.
weapon itself.
was it the weapon or the weapon?
You don't fucking know.
Maybe
I
just
mean, the
the
weapon
voice.
was speaking, so you could assume the weapon.
Say it with a straight face. This is, he told me so.
Zephyr walks over to. Oh, sorry. Did you want to say something?
Me or
Yeah,
I did want to go over to Amethyst. Can I?
we're both at Amethyst. Zephyr will just like crouch a bit down with the sausage in hand. Is it alright if I cook it a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. And I'm just gonna hold out my hand and I'll do a produce flame for him.
Aye, just like my ma used to do. Wait, do I know my mom? No, I don't think I do.
Your mother was on fire.
And then I burn the
Hardcore.
sausage.
Perfect.
I respect it.
You take a nice old chunk out of it, and there you go. That being said,
I'd like to
go ahead.
lean down as well, if you were able to, if you have enough time. I'd like to go over to Amethyst.
Real
and-
fast.
You know, I've gotten a good grip on everyone else here, but I haven't gotten to say a single word to you.
I'm
Who
used
are
to it,
you?
yes, yes.
You weren't with the group when they came along.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he was.
I've been with him this
He,
entire
he
time.
ran off to look at the wolves.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I
Then he
forgot,
came.
yeah.
Then she came back.
No, I've been with him the entire time. Yes, yes.
She was just hanging out in the fire the whole time.
Yeah.
You're a very curious thing. I didn't get your name.
Amethyst. Yes, yes.
Ambulance. Yes, what a lovely name.
No. Amethyst. Amethyst. Yes, yes.
Ambergris.
No. No, that's whale spit.
And the fist. Why do you need a fist?
No,
Let's
no,
have them
no,
back there.
no. It like the stone.
Like
Yes,
an
yes.
alloy mist.
It.
Interesting.
Amethyst! It is not complicated, old man. Amethyst.
You know, honestly,
Why?
Jesus.
Why?
I'm kind of impressed, honestly. Yes,
Everybody
yes.
keeps going
Why
around
is
talking
that-
about Jesus. I have no idea who the fuck that is. Is that a new god?
Who the hell is Jesus?
I don't know.
Yeshua Yosef. Insane.
Shit, and I thought I was the holy one. Apparently, there's new gods in this world.
Yeah,
The
well,
rest of these people seem to have scrub memories. Do you as well?
yes, yeah.
Nah. I remember, Nah, I remember pretty much all of mine, except for... And I'm pretty sure I got all of mine, is that... I know a couple of all the people that I've helped, they've had sort of memory problems. I'm assuming y'all as well.
Not me,
Yep.
actually. It's strange that way. The
Hey.
only thing I don't remember is how I got here. I remember going to Siglasia, the jewel of Leonios.
Wait,
I walked out.
Siglasia? No shit!
Are you from there?
Not from there, around, kind of that area. From a place called Atharis, not too far from there. Make a history check, Amos. With advantage.
History.
7.
Nice.
Not much do you know about Atharis. You kind of know that it was like, you may have heard it in passing, but you do know in Leonios there was just a sort of random island, not island, well yeah, I guess it was a island not too far from the mainland called Chult. And upon this island of Chult, there was also the likes of Atharis right beside it. This is being
Now,
the
I
place
know
kind of
about
where
Chult
dinosaurs comes. Yeah. Yeah, you DM Brain know about Chult, but you also know at least the last thing that's kind of where all the dinosaurs came from in Leonios.
You're from the island of Chult. Interesting. And I look at Amethyst, and I would know that fire newts are also from Chult, wouldn't I?
You not being from there yourself? Nah, probably not.
Okay. So you're from Leonios, but
Am I?
I was pointing to Messiah.
You
But,
don't know his name, retcon
I do
that. Oh man.
I do go down to Amethyst again, and what do you remember of your past? Anything at all?
Well, there was a lot of fire
Nice.
and a lamp.
Ooh, lamp. Was it bright?
No idea. Probably.
I see. What is your dream?
You know, I don't know. Yes, yes. I I like, I mean, I used to like taking things. That was fun, I think. But now, I don't know.
What if you were to take everything? Remember, if you shoot for the stars and miss, you'll still land over the moon. You there, and I point to Zephyr. What is your dream?
To get off this fucking island right now and across the sea.
We can guarantee that. We know we'll get out of here and live. Shoot higher. Come on now.
I am shooting my survival. We're making up to the mountain. Find out from there.
Higher, come on. Once we get to the mountain. What then?
Well, just making it to the mountain is going to be complicated enough. One step at a time.
Survival.
Yeah.
Boat.
Having a dream is always one of the most important things you can do for yourself. During times like this, to know.
I'll make a boat like this one. And he just looks up at the big pirate, or not pirate ship, but ship. That's what my dream is.
You do seem to be a sailor. You wish to be a captain.
I'm not sure about captain. I'm not sure if
You
I'm
do well.
suit. Given the last thing I just did while I was fucking hungry, I'm not too sure. But explorer, yeah.
Every leader and every master has failed more times than the novice has tried. You'll try again. We're alive now. It wasn't a total failure. We try again, and we flourish. And you, Zappy, will flourish well.
It's Zephyr. I'm pretty sure Zappy was the name of this dog I saw. Yeah, it was a good
And
dog.
It does seem, I think I had seen before, that you're the worshipper of the Stormfather.
Aye.
I, don't mean to interrupt this moment, but, something's happening up there. I'll point up to the sky, the Aurora Borealis.
Oh boy.
It's almost done. Is it? Is
You
the
see
ship
as it
almost
begins-
done?
I mean, no, no. At this point,
Right.
you see as the entire Aurora Borealis begins to pulse and swarm once more. And as it does, the entire sky is filled with these auroran lights. And the sphere amongst you, writhing in shadows, begins to drop for a brief moment and then flicker out entirely.
Oh shit.
As this occurs, you look up and you almost sit there in a standstill, waiting for the Auroran astral creatures to find your position once more and launch their attack. With more and more of them pouring out, you only have minutes to prepare. Those final minutes, however, we will have to figure out next time on the Ascent. We are at
Nice.
time.
Okay, can I say one thing before I forget? Because I will. Everyone in the ship, now! And he means the dead ship, so.
Yeah. Alright. That said, I'll drag all your tokens in here, and we'll figure all that stuff out later. Oh boy. That said, thank you guys for playing and more. We went a lot over, so if you gotta get going, please, and all that stuff. But thank you guys again. Had a blast with this session. Oh boy. Lots of things happened. Lots of things being thrown at you real quick. So it's time to either roll with the punches or get punched in the face. Alright, that said, I'll be right back, guys.
I hope you guys don't hate me.
Alright, starting soon. Chilling screen. Hello. Everybody, hello, buddy. My name is SenseiSuplex, and I am a Sensei professional dungeon master that's wearing this ridiculous outfit because this Twitch chat told him to. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed all of the sessions and stuff. This is actually part of a grandiose universe known as Project Aurora. This game and more, where all the games, in fact, take place in the same universe. In fact, Messiah is an individual who has been a part of another campaign of the sort. So we'll get to see and indulge in whatever the heck their story is and more, maybe by the time in next session, but it seems to be that war is imminent. We have a new next session coming up with Rhyme of the Frost Maiden at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so if you want to check out the next session, be sure to check that out. And also be sure to follow me on all the social medias and stuff. We're really close to 400 subs on YouTube, and we give out actionable tips on how to make your D&D games the most exciting and fun they could possibly be, from the player side, but also from the dungeon master side. We'd love to have you in the channel. We'd love to have you in the Discord, so make sure to join and all that stuff. That said, I ain't got anything else for you guys, so we're going to end the stream there, unless there's somebody we can raid, but I don't think there is today. Let's find out. Rolling together. Nope, that's it. All right, if that's the case, then that is where the session and stream will end. Bye, guys. Have a good one.